Wow, he's not even here and he's already ripping into me. Graveless just commented after I said I'm dedicating the stream to him that I should find love tonight, since I have failed every other week. Yeah, I'm naming my character after him. We're on. So, hey everybody, Izzy Craze 365 here, and welcome to another riveting adventure in the Monster Prom universe. With me this week we have...
Taco!
Shirato or Shiro.
And we're going to have some fun. So, you guys ready for this?
No.
What do you mean, no? How can you not be ready for this?
Because it involves you.
He makes a valid point.
It is true. Okay, I'm going to leave camera off this week, just because I can. All right, so let's see what we got then. We are going to be playing a fun game, and there will be 4 of us. I'm sure we're going to get a few more people at some point, yeah. Also, if you're watching and you have a comment, feel free to throw it up there. We would love to answer questions, even if we don't see them right away. Yeah, we're going to share the controller because I only have one controller. Oh, I guess narrator. Any volunteers or shall I?
Spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always wanting to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were.
Did you guys introduce yourselves?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Oh.
We can introduce ourselves again.
All right.
I'm Taco.
I am the wonderful green zombie Shiro.
Okay, the wonderful green zombie Shiro. And I guess I will be playing, I don't even know who I'm going to play. Who do you want to play, Taco?
I'll play Frankenstein's monster.
She's adorable.
She is adorable.
All right, so I'm going to play this guy. And in honor of our dear friend Graveless, really wanted to make it the zombie, but whatever.
I'm sorry, but I only play as green zombie in this game. I will mix up the pronouns every once in a while, but I only play as green zombie in this game.
We're going to have Graveless in game. It's his birthday today, everyone, so if you're watching this at a future date, you'll know that you'll never know exactly when his birthday is.
So wish him a happy birthday and boo him for not being here.
Exactly. Hello, Shy Mothra. I actually sent you a comment if you wanted to play, because we have a slot for player 4.
Come on, join us, Shy Mothra.
Come on, Shy Mothra.
Doesn't the fact that Shy Mothra is shy kind of... I don't know.
Yeah, but it's also Mothra.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, that's fair. It is Mothra.
And because I can...
Mothra, you can be spunky as Fire Chick.
You can be spunky as Fire Chick. Okay, I guess we have a winner there. Let's see. Who wants to be player 2? I'm going to take it as Shiro. Shiro, what do you want your name to be?
Shiro.
Of course you do.
You're spelling it wrong.
But it's you don't want to be a hero?
No.
Well, too bad. You're a hero now.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be a hero until they make the Slayer a dateable option.
How is that not a thing yet? Also, hold on a second. I'm going to add Shy Mothra to us. And we'll see if we get a response from Shy Mothra.
Hello.
Oh, we have a Shy Mothra with us. Use a quick ball.
Also, how do I join game?
You just
We're just playing off of the shared screen of Izzy.
Oh, really?
yeah. So just
Oh, I was gonna say, because I have the actual game, so I can, like, I think
Yes,
pop
it would be all of us but Taco that have the actual game. So.
I mean, I could easily get it. I have no problem with
too
it.
late. We're already too far into the selection process.
We are.
Fair enough.
Taco?
Author, what do you want to be named?
Who am I doing? Am I the red?
Yeah, because Taco called Frankenstein. Taco, what do you want to be named?
I'll be named Potato.
You are always a fruit.
You're doing this
Potatoes
on
aren't
your end.
fruits. Tacos aren't fruits. Burritos are not fruits.
Mothra, did you want Sassy Red Fire or did you want Frankenstein?
I am cool
I
with
think you're
either,
right.
but if I got Sassy Red Fire, I'd have to go with Aubrey because yeah.
Well, the thing is, currently, Izzy's putting Potato in Sassy Red Fire.
That's fine
Yes.
because I am totally chill with being the
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Taco. You wanted the Frankenstein monster. I got them mixed up.
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay. Apologies.
Izzy!
You want to be called Potato.
Yes.
Because there's nothing quite like sticking electrodes into a potato and getting a clock built out of it.
That's
Yes.
fair.
Yes.
Potato!
Mothra, this game is great.
Do you want to be a boy,
I've
a
played it,
girl?
like 3 times.
I have been convincing quite a few people to get it,
Amazing.
and also been doing a lot of multiplayer.
Like multiplayer on this is really fun.
All right, Mothra, what do you want to be?
All right, Aubrey.
Ah! Did I spell that right?
Oh, hold on. I am watching you with lag, so give me a second.
Aubrey.
There we go.
You should be watching me in Discord, not on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm watching you on. I'm trying to do like 3 things at once. But yeah,
That is spelled.
add a Y instead of an E, and you're good.
So,
She, I take it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
are we going to play this as ourselves, or are we going to play this aiming for things? Excuse me, Simone. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LaVey, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam de Lioncourt, 4XX, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dwarf. And Polly Geist, 22, party goes with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who?
If my streak keeps up, it's going to be none of them.
We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. As I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
It honestly makes me wonder, what were they doing the rest of the semester?
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Welcome to the Monster Prom stupidest pop quiz ever! All minds are rotten, but are they rotten in so many ways, so many different ways? Worry no more! We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom stupidest pop quiz ever, trademark, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that are better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Which is the coolest mythological creature? I don't know. Are we going to go with the free market? A sphinx who's super turned up and ready to party, and she raps all her riddles, kind of kills them. Oh, yeah. This weird creature I drew when I was 6, which is clearly a super derivative of other mythological creatures, but it's super cool, and it's my own OC and my spirit animal, okay? By the way, who's everybody going for this time?
Polly.
Alright, I've already gotten Polly and Damien, so I think I'm gonna go for Miranda this time.
Okay.
Aw, I've done Vera too much that I was gonna go for Miranda, but go ahead.
We can fight.
You
Let's
could
fight.
you could go. Okay. I guess that means I need to go for Liam because he's the only other base
Regular ending.
for the regular ending, so we can unlock the better shop, which means this. Shiro, what are you picking?
Well, none of these directly help, so I'm gonna go with the invisible hand of the free market.
Because money. Potato!
A Sphinx who's super turned up.
And ready to party. And
Flea
Martha.
market.
Oh boy, I got creativity. I think that's one of the things I need. What is your spirit emoji? I can't pronounce that word.
Caucasian?
Asian?
That's how you spell Caucasian?
Yes.
Caucasian guy with turban because fuck stereotypes. Snowman because that motherfucker is in the middle of the blizzard and he's fucking smiling. He doesn't give a fuck about blizzards. And he has a kick-ass hat. Octopus emoji. Best animal on earth. I know 5 mixed drinks, 3 drug cocktails, and 17 sex positions that involve one or several octopi. So, fun fact, you know if you ever shake hands with an octopus, you're playing Russian roulette?
Yes. One of those is not like the others.
Yes, one of those is not like the others.
It's actually easy to tell because it's usually smaller.
Don't let
Snowman.
Don't
I'm
ruin the
sorry.
joke.
The bio nerd is ruining your joke.
Octopus.
Snowman.
Yeah, more creativity! Wow. What would be your dream first date? A professional meeting where you charm your date with some astonishing business advice, a sweaty and manly wrestling match, crimes, a wild party in international waters, an art exhibition, experimental...
I'm not feeling bad because something came up and I will be back in half an hour.
Damn it!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Although Ziggy just arrived.
Hey Ziggy, guess what? You get to pick up where Shiro left off.
Oh good.
So far you're currently bold and wealthy.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm lovely welcome the forest. After rescuing your date from a dragon, I'm going with the art because I need to go for. Oh, Ziggy, who do you want to go after?
I don't know. I'll decide that when I decide it.
Okay. Okay, Ziggy, you're up. You are the zombie known as Shiro.
Okay.
What would be your dream first date? This is going to give you a heart towards one of the people. It should be obvious who's who.
Professional meeting where you're trying to date with some astonishing business advice. What do you mainly wrestling match? Crimes, wild party in international waters. Art exhibition, experimental enough to give you a seizure. Or a lovely walk in the forest. Oh, decisions.
Indeed! Meh. Yeah.
Let's go with the lovely walk in the forest.
That's going to be Miranda.
Yes, it will.
Potato.
Wild party in international waters, dude.
I'm not actually sure who that one's for.
I think it should be obvious.
You think, but I... Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. Crimes is Damien.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Also,
crimes is Damien.
lovely walk in the forest.
Aw.
Miranda, except for me.
I'm going for Liam.
I never said I was going for Miranda.
No, Ziggy just is playing Ziggy.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, let's see. I have 5 money, which doesn't matter. I am going to... Do I need smarts, or do I need both smarts and creativity? Let's up my smarts. Go to school. That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. You see Liam talking... Well, that was easy. You see Liam talking to Miranda. Miranda looks confused, and Liam looks frustrated. Uh-oh. All right, time to random roll. Pick your number. Does everybody remember what their player order is? I'm number 1. Ziggy, you're 2.
Assume I'm 4? Oh.
You're 2.
Still confused what's going on.
What order were we picking the quiz? What was the player number order?
Oh.
It was Izzy, me,
I was
Mothra.
last. Yeah.
Okay, rolling a d4. Congratulations, Mothra. You get to voice Miranda.
Oh, fantastic. But I simply do not understand this art you were describing. You say that the next art piece is a bathroom?
And Liam is going to be voiced by Ziggy.
Oh, good. No. For the 100th time, the art piece is the experience of going into a bathroom thinking it's an art piece. The artist purposefully gave the room number of the bathroom as the room number for the exhibit. Even though there was a whole room full of his paintings elsewhere in the building. It was revolutionary.
It certainly seems very complicated. Personally, I prefer the exoplanet structures of the Attilian Fifth Dynasty. You know, the man, the moon, the face on Mars, all of Pluto are on such a grand scale.
Bah, that's not art. That's populism at its worst.
Well, I don't think that bathroom business sounds like art. But how are we supposed to discuss art if we can't even agree on what it is? Oh, if only someone would come along and provide a satisfying definition of art, I would be so pleased.
And I strike a pose. You've got this, no problem. It's so simple. Art is a method for making worthless things into very expensive things. Art isn't art unless it makes you feel bad feelings inside. I think the second one is Liam, but I'm not sure. I have no idea. I think. Wow. I don't think I have the charm for that second one, but let's go for it. Yes! Ziggy.
Oh, sorry. Exactly. Yeah. This is why, for example, George Seurat's A Sunday Afternoon is not art, whereas getting stuck in an elevator for 9 hours is.
But the face on Mars doesn't give me a bad feeling.
Well, then obviously it's not art, Miranda. Try to keep up.
If it's not art, then what is it?
A mean thing your ancestors did to the Martians with primitive nuclear weapons.
Oh, yes, I suppose it was that. You're both so smart.
Oh, Miranda.
You gained some disturbing knowledge about the history of the solar system, and also +2 smarts and +1 creativity. Ziggy.
Let's go to the library.
You're gonna farm some money?
Actually, wait.
Do you remember what they all do?
Yeah, no, I remember how they all. I remember what it was. Trying to remember how you get the. Oh well. All right. Yeah, library.
All right, library it is. That day, you spend some time in the library's PCs, managing your start kicker. Wow. Jelly butt crush. Wow. Good job, Ziggy. You deceive lots of people with a sensationalist video and impossible promises. Nice. You gain 100,000 money, but almost everything goes to cover costs, and you only get to keep 2 money. You see Miranda and Vera chatting away, their eyes gleaming the gleam of the scheming. All right, let's roll it. 2. That is Ziggy again.
Okay. Crowd surfs isn't doing nearly as well as I thought it would. Oh, if it isn't Shiro.
Would you like to be a customer? Once upon a time, surfs were only for the rich and famous. Like Vera and myself.
But now, thanks to our app CrowdSurfs, you too can have your very own crowd-funded surf.
The app is being generously funded by my royal family, who wish for everyone to experience the joys of royalty.
And get richer off of it.
I think our business might be failing because the surfs are simply not quite quality enough to maintain customer interest.
The surfs need to have more enthusiasm for their jobs. We need to recruit from the right locations.
Don't be absurd. If there's one thing being royalty has actually taught me, and there's definitely more than one,
Uh-huh.
it's that you can trick anyone into doing anything as long as you give them the right incentive.
Those are words to live by.
Sure. But why not start with the easily manipulated in the first place? Shiro, what do you think? Oh, that's right, it's me.
Yep.
Do.
Read your options out loud, Ziggy.
Yes. Vera's right. Why not recruit people who want to be bossed around at a leather daddy convention? Or Miranda has a point. Everyone wants to win. Host an unpaid labor competition where the prize is doing more unpaid labor. Let's go with Vera. Sure. Ooh, I like that quite a bit.
Excuse me, but if there were conventions for daddies, I'm quite sure I would know about them. My father is one of the most powerful dads I know of, so if he was not invited...
Just stop there, Miranda. Trust me. How does this sound? Free lifetime of submission, dirty talk guaranteed, dress code, come as you are.
Vera, with the help of a confused Miranda, goes to the next Leather Daddy convention in town. The next time you see Vera and Miranda, they seem much, much happier. I am somewhat concerned about that.
These serfs we recruited are so enthusiastic to serve. Almost inexplicably so.
And as an unexpected fringe benefit, all the serfs keep trying to one-up each other's uniforms. So I created a line of latex and leatherware that's making almost as much as crowd surfs in the first place. It's a win-win-win situation. And don't worry, Shiro, I won't ask how you know so much about the fetish community.
Yay, siding with Vera always makes her happy, and to show her appreciation, she gives you 2 money that she earned, and you gain 1 smarts. Good job, Ziggy.
Yay, I did a good thing.
Potato!
Party!
Okay.
Party.
Do you remember?
Party.
Okay.
Party.
I think that means you
need to have a
party. Yeah, you shake that butt, Potato. That day, during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point, there are like 300 people. Someone summons a demon from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You gain 2 fun.
Woo!
Scott and Polly pull you aside, one of them holding each of your arms. Whatever's going on, it's serious. All right, let's roll. Scott is going to be me, and Polly is going to be Mothra. Congratulations.
Yes.
Scott?
I am.
Okay.
I think you're just getting the next person on screen, Taco, since you only have yourself.
Probably. Process of elimination.
Yep. We need your help, bro!
The midterm for AP Jump Scares is coming up tomorrow, and we're so unprepared.
We tried everything we could think of to get ready.
I rolled up the textbooks and smoked it.
I actually need a second to process that.
That is,
What? That's taking information, right?
yeah, totally.
Yeah, no.
Yes, Polly. Yes.
I need to smoke a GQ magazine to get sexier, apparently. And I ate my homework!
I will fucking never get over his blank fucking 1,000-yard stare, though.
Yes, Loki was constantly commenting that his eyes are off-centered.
Yep.
Alright, well, I'm back earlier than expected.
Oh, fun.
Nothing worked. We've only got one person left.
We got a cheat, bro. Actually, Shiro, you can take over Scott's voice if you want.
Okay. Is Ziggy going to continue playing in the character I started? Because I'm okay with that.
I mean, if you don't mind, I don't want to, like, usurp anything. Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Thank
We gotta cheat, bro. We just need to figure out how to do it without messing with the teacher.
Or messing with the teacher. Or with messing with the teacher. Either way, if you can help us, we'll be super grateful.
That's all the incentive you need. You hook them up with your ultimate cheating technique.
Just take the test like normal, then use this time machine to go back and change your answers. Write all the answers on the teacher's face. You'll never see them there.
Oh my god.
Okie dokie.
I know which one you want.
What?
I think. Oh god, what
You
is.
think Polly is the time machine?
No.
I think no,
Paul is the teacher's face. And that's definitely fun.
Yeah,
The other one is either creativity or smarts.
The
Yeah,
other
no,
one's
right on the
smart.
teacher's face.
Oh dear.
Oh crap, wow.
That was
Wow.
bold.
I did not expect that.
What? Blasphemy.
But we don't know the answers.
Yeah, that's why we're asking you to help us cheat. Learning all the answers just so we can sneak into our teacher's house and tattoo them on his face? That's like more work than just learning the answers.
Yeah. And what about for next test? Are we supposed to tattoo over the answers from last test? Bro, I'm not like a plan master or anything, but your plan has some serious problems.
It's like I always say, Scott. Face tattoos are for fun, not for cheating on midterms.
I still got the heart.
You still got the heart, but you just
always
know.
get the heart.
The way Polly and Scott are looking at you now, they might be contemplating giving you a fun face tattoo. You flee to safety and lose 2 creativity and 1 smarts. Yeah, you don't need those.
Clearly.
Alright,
Don't need those.
theater.
Auditorium it is. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you, figuratively, oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity.
Ooh.
You notice Vera showing off an elaborate new necklace to Miranda.
They're the crown jewels of Lemuria. My family acquired them in a cutthroat business merger. Do you like them?
Oh yes, very much. Such a shame about the Lemurian royal family, though.
What? That they're all dead at the hands of their own servants?
No, that was unavoidable once the true tragedy had taken place. They were no longer loved by their subjects.
Feared, you mean?
Oh no, fear is so scary. Love is what matters.
I could not disagree more. You there, settle this dispute for us. What is the best way to let people know how powerful you are?
This is you, Mothra.
The second one.
Read them both out. Give the options.
Sorry. Buy their houses, burn them down, then replace them with a water park. Or you don't need to convince anyone. Just make everyone who doesn't love you disappear.
Oh my god, she's so genocidal.
Yep.
Yep,
Oh.
What makes her the best?
I'm going for the under, eh?
Okay.
Yep.
Ah, yes, this is Daddy's strategy. The amazing thing is that once the bad people start to disappear without explanation, even people who used to be bad start being very good. It's like magic. It's so humane.
Do you happen to know where your father put all those people who disappeared?
Put them? No, silly. They disappeared like a magic trick.
Ah, yes, I see.
You gain 2 charm and 1 smarts, as well as yet another reason never to visit Miranda's kingdom. Let's trade places! Everybody chooses a movie. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. Also, those of you who are watching the stream, you can also voice which one you think is the best, and you get a vote.
Cast away.
Swiss Army Man.
Oh, really? Oh, The Room.
Oh, no.
All right, let's see what we get. Player owners decide based on how idiotic it would be to do a 10-hour remake of a selected movie.
Oh, man.
So what do we
Come
have?
on.
Okay, so
Opening
And Castaway.
And Castaway. Okay, so the room is the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Room is the
So-
worst.
Yeah.
So that's number 1.
Okay.
So
Oh.
what'd be even more worse?
Probably
Man.
Probably Castaway. Like,
Yeah.
as great an actor Tom Hanks is, watching him on an island for 10 hours would get old real fast.
I mean,
Yes, it would be a stuck in a whole movie for 10 hours. Which
Like, it would end with him trying to eat Wilson.
Oh, fuck. 10 hours of the thing actually would be good.
Yeah, it would be.
Damn it.
all right, so I guess the thing is last place then. So congratulations, Shiro. You are before Aubrey.
Yay.
Week 1 at noon. I forgot who that's right. I'm going for Liam.
Yup. It's me.
When you reach Liam and Damien's table, you find it absent of food, but covered in paperwork. And I think, Taco, since you have a voice, you get to be Damien.
Yeah, alright. Do we really need all these special forms? Can't we just write death threats on regular paper?
For the last time, Damien, substantive change within an administrative system requires mastery of the mechanisms of bureaucracy. Why am I both the snobby people?
Dot. What if we wrote the death threats on really fancy paper?
Liam turns to address you.
As you can see, my mastery of realpolitik has caused me to embrace an unlikely ally in my quest for reform.
Taco.
I have no idea what he's saying. I just want the cafeteria food to stop being so fucking boring.
You see, our interests are aligned. I too desire a menu less pedestrian.
Sure. Either way, we're stuck with the last bit. We know we want the menu to change, but we don't know what to change to.
Yes, we have indeed encountered a culinary block. Perhaps you can suggest something appropriately artistic?
A bowl of knives, the essence of knives. Or the actual answer, a white plate with a single sprig of parsley in the center. It's the essence of minimalism.
That's it!
That's it?
Don't you see, Damien? It's a bold commentary on the emptiness of consumption.
Really? It sounds like a plate with a leaf on it.
It is, but shut up. Oh, you'll never understand.
But, like, why do you even have a leaf on the plate if you're just trying to be so minimalist?
My God, you're right. Why even have the plate? Why have anything at all? That's it, our new menu item. Nothing.
The school receives Liam's petition. From now on, the lunch line will include one empty tray. A great victory for artistic expression. Potato.
Let's go for Polly.
You approach Scott and Polly's table to find them crouched behind a pile of jelly desserts, plotting.
Thank Bruce if you're here, bro. Come on, join our huddle.
Maybe you're curious about our huge pile of jelly jam gelatinous dessert cup? Well, wonder no more. We're going for the jelly prize.
Yeah, we're gonna win it. If we collect the foil cover of 100 jelly desserts, we'll be the lucky winners of...
One free jelly dessert. Ah!
But right now we're stuck. We've only got 99. That means we need...
One more, Scott. We need one more.
We need one more!
You give them your jelly dessert, but you already threw it at a bird person you hate. You guess you gotta make a choice.
Steal the final jelly dessert from the jelly dessert factory. Make like a puppy and beg. All things are sweeter when achieved through pity. Let's just steal it.
Steal it you shall.
But isn't stealing wrong?
Scott, that's a
Wow.
myth. Like hangovers and the afterlife.
I will bring in the hangovers.
Wow! Just
Wow,
can
Polly.
we just I think we're getting all of Holly's good dialogue this week.
Stone cold.
Oh my gosh.
But if the afterlife isn't real, why are you a ghost?
That stare. Oh my god.
Sorry, one sec. I'm like finishing up downloading some little book.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There's no time for metaphysics, Dot. We've cut a hike to plan.
No,
Ollie.
Coach says stealing is wrong. Unless you're stealing a ball, or a base, or victory from the jaws of defeat. Actually, it seems like sports is mostly about stealing.
Well, that settles it. Time for stealing.
One fake bus, one real woolly mammoth, and a brutal running gun battle. You finally secure one illicit jelly cup. Which in turn, along with your 99 other jelly cups, for, you guessed it, one free jelly cup! Scott is too upset by all violence, so you split your free jelly cup with Polly. Worth it.
It really was.
I would like to go to the store, please.
The store? Are you sure?
Store, please.
The store, please. Oh, we have a new voice, I guess. Who has, how many voices does everybody have?
I have Damien.
I have 2 currently.
Shira, how many do you have?
I only have Scott at the moment.
Okay, so heads or tails, Taco?
I'll take Tails.
Okay, coin flip says tails.
Good old Shira. What's it gonna be today?
The totem of Zagak, the purple thing. Zagord, yes. That.
Really?
Really?
Do you know what this does?
Yes.
Okay, Taco, read the description.
I'm not quite sure if it's safe for the school and the entire fabric of reality to sell this to high schoolers, but a girl needs a new pair of badass boots, so fuck safety.
Okay, I guess we know what Ziggy's going for.
Damn straight.
Purchased! The Power Totem of Zagort, ruler of the Dark Realms.
I'm always amazed at how people keep coming and buying all this stupid crap. Intriguing.
Alright, I'm pretty sure I know where you're going.
Reason Vera, yeah.
You sure you don't want to go to the ass?
I can't choose the intergalactic prince. The voice actor is just not here.
Fair enough. I know who you're talking about, too. You arrive at your chosen table to find Miranda folding napkins at Vera.
Do you want to know what this one's for, Vera?
No.
I'll take that as a yes. The rose-shaped napkin fold is for birthdays between the ages of 16 and 22.
Miranda's hands move fast as lightning, turning the rose into a gorgeous white swan.
By contrast, this swan folding is for the first weddings, third weddings, and swan giveaways.
As a fashion enthusiast, I have never been so bored by a piece of fabric.
Oh, and this black swan folding is for weddings where you plan to brutally murder all the guests. Not very popular, the black swan folding.
Okay, that's sort of cool, but I'm still aggressively uninterested.
You happen to have some napkin folding skills yourself. Maybe you can spice up this interaction. You decide to show off your most impressive napkin fold.
If you fold a napkin like so, it creates a self-aware napkin whose sole purpose is to fold more napkins. Or, this rising snake fold is for when it is time to leave Vera alone and stop explaining napkin folds. Ah, the former.
This one?
Yes. Oh, that's adorable! Look at this fold. Look at it folding everybody's napkins. It's like a tiny, adorable surf.
It looks like it's folding the other napkins into more self-folding napkins.
Oh god, Grey Goo!
I know. It's so efficient. Go, little napkin surf. Be free.
Aren't you worried this will turn into a self-replicating napkin scenario, progressing geometrically until the world is nothing but napkins?
Well, why? That sounds lovely.
God, you're impossible.
You seem to have mispronounced impeccable.
Whatever. I'm leaving before the napkin folk take over the world.
Please tell me there's a napkin folk ending. I want there to be a napkin folk ending.
That would have been amazing.
Vera leaves you alone for a romantic lunch with Miranda. You can't hang out too long, though. You've got to stop those napkins before they take over the world!
If only.
Let's trade places. Remember, folks, this is where you can voice your opinion. Everybody chooses an occupation. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
I'll be lazy. Seamstress.
Professional gum chewer.
Chip and Dale stripper.
What?
For the Chips and the Dales.
Yes.
CVS technician.
That's a thing?
Well, the pharmacy technicians.
Oh, okay. Players decide based on how boring a VR simulator based on the selected occupation would be. Well, I lose.
I think gum chewer.
Yeah, gum chewer. Just imagine the day when someday we'll have like mouthpieces on our headsets. Won't that be a leap forward for the technology?
After that,
I'm going to have to send you a link to a VR game that should not exist after this.
Oh, you mean all of them?
Yes. So. Oh, okay. So you.
Well, okay. So gum chewer first.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's CVS or it's Seamstress. I'm not sure which.
I mean, at least seamstress, you get to do something with your hands all the time.
I would say like
yeah.
this is not good for me, but I do make like storage cases, so.
I mean, yeah. So that could be the seamstress. But on the other hand, are you saying a CVS technician being the pharmacist? Because throw it.
I'm just imagining Papers, Please, except in CVS.
Oh my god.
I was imagining Overcooked with pills.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that actually sounds fun.
Yeah, I was just imagining you pretty much giving people the wrong pill prescriptions and watching the fun.
Okay, so you can absolutely make a fun VR simulator based on that game.
Yes.
So I guess
So
this is
Seamstress.
number 2.
It's
Okay.
the kind of game Justin Roiland will make.
Yep. All right. So now, Chippendale stripper or potato?
Oh, Chippendale Strip is the funnest.
Which one's the Chippendale's last?
Stripper is the funnest. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
last.
Yep.
All right. I am okay with being the most boring or the least boring. Week 1, evening. All right, Ziggy, you have the mask of death.
Yes.
The bathroom is currently the store, everyone.
Okay. The gym is charm, right?
Yes,
Okay. Gym.
Jim it is. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm. After, you're walking along when suddenly a car skids to a halt just in front of you. It's not the most logical location for a speeding car to barrel through, and yet, here we are. Vera and Damien hop out. Ziggy, this is you.
Alright. The work isn't bad, it's just not at the level it needs to be if you want to win this all-star drag race against a real badass hunk of metal. What's your plan to win, Damien? Just drive your car really, really, really fast?
Of course it fucking is, Vera. It's literally how street racing works.
And that may have won you the crown in the past, but it won't work against Justin Darrington. Damien, he's driving the Thunderfuck 5000. Excellent name for a car.
I was going to say, if that was a real car, I'd buy it. The Thunder... I'm renaming my car the Thunderfuck 5000.
And I'm driving Nancy, a pile of shit I lovingly cobbled together out of every car I ever destroyed. Either in a race or literally destroyed via arson or whatever. And Nancy can take on anyone, anything, anytime. The Thunderfuck 5000 is an electric car. Nancy runs on the juice of literal, actual dinosaur corpses. What could be more badass than that?
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
That's literally
That's not
just
what
awesome.
oil is.
Literally, this sounds exactly like my car.
I don't know, maybe running on pure lightning? Nancy is a piece of shit, Damien. Deep down, you know that she does not have what it takes to win us this thing.
Seems like this drag race is pretty important to the two of them, and that they're not going to come to an agreement on their own. Looks like it's up to you to be the voice of reason.
Attitude is everything, but Nancy will never embrace her inner fierceness with all of Vera's criticism. Come on, Damien, let's give this car a makeover! Or, Vera, you're right, Nancy is amazing, but she can't quite make the grade. We need to crossbreed her with a faster car. Let's go with the second one. Perfect. We can get a brand new qualified race car, and Damien can still feel like his shitty subpar race car is useful.
Nancy is a thing of beauty and grace, Vera. But as long as her genes that live on in whatever machine I drive to victory, the plan is A-okay by me.
The three of you get to work setting up what could easily be considered one of the most impressive and high-tech car crossbreeding programs in the country.
How it works.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
Wow. You find a very shiny red electric limousine to serve as Nancy's stud and start the breeding process along, which mostly consists of making the cars a reservation at an appropriately fancy and expensive restaurant and loading up their CD players with smooth jazz.
Oh, boy.
I love this one so much.
Sometime later, Nancy gives birth, don't ask how, not important, to the ultimate race car.
Look at what we made, huh, guys? I mean, mostly what Nancy and El Diablo made, but we helped get them there.
Yeah, honestly, this car is a masterpiece. I've been looking for my next business venture, and I think I may go into high-end race car breeding. People make thousands off of breeding horses to race, and horses want to fuck. How hard could that be? By that logic, I bet I could make millions breeding race cars.
You totally could. I'd be your first customer.
You already were. I'll send you your invoice later.
Well, looks like Damien has the race in the bag. Vero has a new business venture, and the world has a new species of super race car. You gain 2 boldness and 1 money from a kickback from Vera, which comes with a genuine smile from her. Score! Mothra?
Library.
Oh, Monarch March. I was not expecting weird card reading when I opened up this stream. What have you done? Monarch March, we have done the unthinkable. We have crossed a limo with a piece of shit car, and we are making her be the love bug as a result.
Sorry, I didn't see you.
Mothra, where are you going?
The library.
Oh, money for you, eh?
Yeah.
Money, money, money. That day, you spend some time in the library's PCs, playing some good old online poker against Sharkbait 007. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? This time it pays off, so fuck it! You gain 2 money.
Woo!
As you wander around talking to yourself like a weirdo, you notice Miranda walking around, talking to herself, like a weirdo. She seems to be addressing an imaginary crowd.
Oh, hello. I was just practicing for my royal ways for when I am the crowned prom queen. I feel like there's a lot to be learned from before I ascend the throne. Naturally, as a princess, I'm already quite great at wearing crowns and talking to cute animal friends, quelling rebellions through excessive force, and singing sweetly. But I lack the administrative experience. I have never so much as issued a decree. I wonder what my first should be.
You don't have the heart to tell her that the role of prom queen doesn't come with sovereignty. Maybe you should just give her some suggestions instead. Mothra, if you play your cards right, this is a secret ending.
Yep. I just had to see. I can't actually read my numbers, so what are my numbers?
Smarts, boldness, and charm are at 7. Creativity is at 6. Fun is at 4, and money is at 9.
Okay, not fun.
Yeah, so taxes. Oh, I'm sorry, you read these.
Taxes. Taxes are fun. Paint every student pink. Oh, shit.
Okay, so what if,
I am 90% certain that paint every student pink is fun, so I should not go with that.
or it's creativity.
That's true.
That said, taxes are fun as either smarts or money, which might be the way to go for you.
Yeah, I'm thinking taxes. As much as I do want to say paint every student pink, I'm going for taxes.
Oh shit! Whoa!
Oh, jeez.
How is that fun?
Apparently, taxes are fun. Who
It's
knew?
fun.
Taxes are fun for her.
Yes, because you take the money from all your serfs.
Taxation without representation? It's not bad, but I feel as though it's been done before. I don't want my first degree to be so cliche. I want it to be spectacular. Such as, perhaps, a requirement that each student write a term paper on the ways in which I am divine, or sing a ballad in my honor. I could have them compose the entire through-sung musical about each one of my toes, or I could make them bring me puppies, or I can make them make them into puppies. Why would I ever choose taxes when I could choose puppies? Puppies are cupcakes, or harsher penalties for treasonous thoughts, or puppies.
She has a point. Puppies are pretty awesome. And now she's on her phone ordering baby golden doodles by the dozen. Which sounds amazing, but from the unimpressed look she's shooting you, you'll have to be your own cuddly pal. You lose 2 charm and 1 fun.
Sad.
Next time, just follow your heart, Mothra.
That's true. I really should just go for the pink.
The outdoors.
That day, during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You spot Juan, the small magical Latino cat, who seems a bit sad. He explains to you that he's worried. People are so used to calling him Juan, the small magical Latino cat, that now everyone defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. He's more than that. You correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions. It's just that there are around 23 other different Juans at this school, so adding up all those things to his name is quite necessary. You tell him you'll never forget about him, and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom's prequel, Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories and gain 2 fun. Mothra, it's you.
Oh, sorry. Hey, potato darling. It's me, lovely fan favorite Polly.
Self-aware! Self-aware!
You know, I wasn't always a ghost. Yeah. It's about to get real. Hear me out. I used to be alive, but I died with unfinished business. Now I gotta live forever like this until I finish it. And you might ask, what's your unfinished business, fan favorite lovely Polly?
Oh god, this is a secret
I
ending.
guess
Yeah.
I can tell you. I never did a reverse Romanian Wilkinson. You know, sexually. Don't get me wrong, I love being immortal and walking through walls and shit. But my soul will never truly be at rest until I do that freaky sex move.
Oh, well. Okay, so Taco, fair warning. Can lead to a secret ending, and you need a thing from the shop for it.
Yeah, you need a shop thing for this.
And it costs $10, I think.
I've done that one loads of times. Just name a time and a place, and I'll reverse all over your Romanian Wilkinson. Throw a smoke bomb and escape while leaving a replica of yourself. That should buy you time to figure out what a reverse Romanian Wilkinson is.
Yeah, I think there's only one.
This one is just going to be based off your stats.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you the correct answer? Because I've done this one before.
Now let him figure it out.
That's fair.
Half the fun.
Yeah, that is half the fun. Failing
That's
to...
half the fun, yeah. That,
Do you want me to read your stats, or can you see them okay?
no, I can see them okay. Trying to figure out which one is the fun answer and which one is the not fun.
None of them are fun.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it! I've done it loads of times.
I'm guessing charm.
That's what I'm
Oh
guessing.
my god, you got it!
So the way it works out is for these event quests ones, it just checks your higher stat, not if you hit a threshold.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
So the other one was creativity, and because your charm was higher than your creativity, you hit the flag on this.
Neat. That's it. That's good to know.
And yes. Finally, someone as well versed in freaky sex as I am. At last, I can be free of my eternal ghostly prison or whatever. But mostly freaky sex.
If she's a ghost and can't touch things, how does this work?
She can touch things.
No, she says in one thing she can't. She can levitate tables, but not
Do you
food.
understand how many different ways she has said she has died?
Yeah.
Alright, it's on prom night, okay? You bring the supplies, I'll bring my expertise. And hey, here's the zucchini, Admiral.
You heard that, Taco!
Yeah.
Purge the
You know what I'm
zucchini.
talking about. See you soon.
I actually don't know what she was talking about.
No one does.
No, wait, you are the green zombie. That makes sense, actually.
No, I'm Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, then never mind. This makes no sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Still kind of makes sense.
it does. She totally phased out. Oh boy, you might have just gotten yourself tickets to the wildest night of your life. But what the fuck is a reverse Romanian Wilkinson, and what are the supplies? For now, you at least gain 3 fun. And this is me.
Yup.
Crap, who was I going for?
Liam.
Right.
You were going for Liam.
Alright, let's see. What is... My smarts and creativity are equal right now, so I'm going to go creativity a little bit more since it is the hot commodity because Mothra's also interested in it. More creativity! That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you do a terrific job at acting. I am a frickin' musketeer!
Oh, the mustache. So good.
You act so hard that some of your classmates in the audience throw roses at you. Well, okay, I know we've read that before, but I was thinking something else was going to happen. 7 roses to be exact. Damn, roses aren't a valid currency or stat in this game. Anyway, you check your converter app to see if this could translate into something a bit more useful. Seems like 7 roses equals 2 creativity points. Sweet, you gain 2 creativity. Later that day, you see Liam staring at his cell phone, sighing deeply. Maybe one of his favorite bands signed to a mainstream record label, or the exact shirt he's wearing is featured on a magazine cover. You decide to check in with him.
You know StartKicker, that vile website where people crowdfund projects not good enough to get real investors?
Wow, thanks, Liam. Do you not know why you exist? Self-aware!
Well, today I found something of interest. A time machine. I mean, it's clearly another terrible overpromise that will be released at least a decade after the due date. And in the end, it'll be way shittier than promised, like a toaster attached to a clock.
A toaster attached to a clock. Genius! You discreetly write down the idea in your $1 million notebook. Let's see if you can't beat those guys to the market.
But I was sighing deeply because I couldn't help but think, supposing I were to acquire such a machine, I wonder, where in time would I go?
385 billion BC, so you can be into existing before it was cool. Everyone knows the dopest time in monster history was 1925, specifically July 26th, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. What is that?
I'm looking it up already.
Yeah, that has to be a reference.
Okay, I'm assuming that bottom one is smarts, and the top one is charm, maybe?
Might be creativity.
I honestly don't. Like, they both kind of seem like smart answers.
Yeah, but I'm concerned one of them is going to be charm, and I have no charm. Mothra, what happened on July 26th?
I'm trying to figure this out.
Mothra, you're failing us. Anybody else?
It was a Sunday.
According to Monarch March, I am shouting a little bit loud. I apologize. I'm going to turn down my volume for a second. There we go. I am turned down a little bit. All right. Do we have? I'm gonna not do what Mothra did. I'm gonna do the first one because, yeah,
that feels more Liam.
Oh, so creative.
Yes, of course. The ultimate in coolness. I would be ahead of the curve. Because there would be no curve yet. Wearing suspenders and a bow tie? No one's done that yet because no one else exists. Breathing here? So cliche. Breathing in 3.85 billion BC? Revolutionary. Never done before.
Best of all, no one will criticize my vintage eyeglass collection because there won't be anyone.
So the 26th of July in 1925, there was a French Grand Prix. That's all there is.
Whatever.
That's interesting.
Liam immediately funnels all of his money into the Time Machine project. For the sake of your budding romance, you hope the creators never ship. In the meantime, you gain 2 smarts and 1 creativity. That weekend...
Man.
Something happened too.
Potato!
Oh, jeez.
That weekend, Vera invites you and some friends to an abandoned warehouse to help kill a dude. You wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh my god.
Fun weekend times.
Oh my god. When you get there, you find Miranda and Damien are there too. Also, a naked fish man tied to a chair.
Fun.
Ziggy?
Oh, right. I'm so glad you could make it. We're going to execute this fish man for the crimes he's committed against us.
We are indeed. Do you know, this fish attempted to express a controversial opinion about my father?
The fact that she has no teeth and no lips in this image is actually the most horrifying thing in this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very Abe Sapien. And he cut in front of me in line at the pharmacy.
$10 says Damien just is here because he wants to kill him.
Yep.
I mean, yes.
And I'm sure he did something to me, too. Let's kill him.
Nail on the head. Now, hold on there, Damien. We can't just kill this son of a bitch.
Language, Ziggy.
This is an execution. We have to make an example of him.
Personally, I'm a big fan of quantity over quality. Why don't we just kill his family?
We already did that. What do you think he was saying such treasonous things in the first place?
Miranda's right. We need to do something truly extravagant to this upstart.
Okay, I'm cool with that. As long as you guys are paying.
Oh, we're not paying. That's what Potato is here for.
Hell no, you're not spending your hard-earned cash on this. Luckily, you've got a super rich friend you love to take advantage of in emergencies. God damn you, Taco.
Do you remember who has money?
I know for a fact that I only have 2 money.
That is correct. Then bring in Aubrey. She is rich.
I will fucking kill you.
I mean,
There's no other real option because Shiro doesn't have the money.
It's true.
she was... Read both options,
Shiro
Taco.
is the natural choice. He spends money just to keep from drowning in it. Let's bring in Aubrey. She is so
She's
rich she
gonna-
can actually afford
I
to
need
eat
the
organic
money.
food.
I need the money.
The choice has been made. Sorry, Aubrey.
Aubrey, sorry.
You guys suck.
You keep the money.
Yeah, you keep the money if you succeed.
Oh shit, yes.
Good old Aubrey, always willing to pitch in a few bucks towards a good old execution. Yum yum. With her financial backing, you're able to purchase the top of the line offering from luxury murder contraption.biz. Wow.
The Meat Reaver 20XDX.
Okay, I'm just going to say there needs to be an ending where that sex baby car needs to have sex with that.
The Meat Reaver.
The Meat Reaver, the XEX.
Beautiful.
Damien, stop drooling. Your saliva will melt a hole in the floor and I'll lose the security deposit on this warehouse.
The Meat Reaver 20XCX looks like a cross between a lawnmower, a beehive, a volcano, a repeating crossbow, and 50 gallons of whole milk.
Oh God, no.
I'm lactose intolerant. That is horrifying.
We all know how much you love murder, but all this excitement seems unseemly.
Do you think I'm this excited just because of the murder, Miranda? This is the Meat Reaver 20XX.
Okay, from the last two exchanges, I have the feeling that Damien is pitching the largest hit in the world right now.
Thanks
Right
for
now,
sharing.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. The only murder contraption that also makes a perfect cappuccino.
That's what the note's for.
Yeah.
That explains my phone. You all settle down for a lovely evening of hot drinks and death. Of course, you'll be a bad friend if you didn't invite Aubrey over to join in. You each gain 2 creativity and 1 boldness.
Woo!
Yay!
Let's trade places. Everybody chooses an object. Say your choice out loud for the rest of the players before clicking. Ooh, excuse me.
Candelabra.
You always pick candelabra.
I'm looking at my room for inspiration, and all I can see are gigantic plushies. Sorry.
That's
I
an
guess
answer.
what to go for. Gigantic plushie.
Gigantic.
Fortune cookie.
I'm going to go with Ziggy.
What? I'm not an object!
Do you have mass? Do you have mass, Ziggy? Answer me this question.
That doesn't make me an object.
You could be an object of someone's affections, hence you are an object.
I know for a fact that I'm not, you liar.
You are in this game.
How good the selected object would be as your only weapon in a battle royale situation.
Okay, so
Ah, joke's on you, I'd die in 2 seconds.
you would. You would.
Would they be better than a giant plushie?
Or a fortune cookie.
I mean,
I mean,
if he dies, I could use his bones.
To be fair, the giant Astropod plushie I have right now is really dense, so maybe that would sound good.
We're gonna turn this out to our viewers. Hey, viewers, what do you think would win? Would be Ziggy's option of a candelabra, which I actually do think wins.
Yeah, I think that
Oh,
was.
I think that one
I
just
think
wins.
the candelabra wins. Let's just.
Okay, so second place, is it going to be A, my choice, Ziggy, Potato's choice of a fortune cookie, or Mothra's choice of a giant plushie, which is, I guess, somewhat dense?
I mean, I'd say the plushie.
I think I would too.
All right, we'll go with the plushie then. I think I beat the fortune cookie, because Ziggy would eat your fortune cookie.
That would just be brutal.
It's true, I would.
Ziggy does eat the fortune cookie.
Monster. Week 2 in the morning. All right, Shiro's turn. Where are you going, Ziggy?
Back to the gym. No. The gym's the sword today. That's an excellent question. Let's go with class.
Really? Okay. That day, you learn a ton of spells that are all as cool as they are seemingly useless. A spell to renew stickers' stickiness. A spell to turn chocolate and vanilla ice cream into vanilla and chocolate ice cream. A spell to gain +2 smarts. You actually use that last spell and gain 2 smarts. Oh my gosh, the video's in the background. Later, you're strutting your stuff with your new totem when it attracts some wanted attention.
What a cute little Dark Deity totem you're rocking! Oh, it's so tiny and sweet compared to the dark gods of the ocean. Poor little helpless totem.
Blood gushes forth from the totem's eyes, streaking its face with a sinister red.
Oh no! It's hungry! Poor little guy. Is that it, kitty patootie? Are you hungry, Wungy?
The totem's mouth stretches open farther than it physically should be able to, and a swarm of locusts burst forth.
Oh my god.
We need to find it a yummy for its tummy sacrifice. No princesses, though. I'm sure that's not what it wants anyway.
How does she know this?
Because she's a princess. The totem burns fiery hot and icy cold at the same time. Aw,
Icy hot.
icy hot, yes. You better find a great sacrifice for the whittled deity, and it'll make the gals so happy too.
Let's see. Start a giant sacrificial bonfire of weed, or
Yes.
be self-sacrificing. Sacrifice yourself. Definitely that one.
Really?
Really, really.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Oh my gosh, are you going to sacrifice yourself? My hero?
My god, she has that demon face again, and Polly just looks pissed. This,
Could have had weed.
it's true. Well, you're both of them.
Say no to drugs, kids. Say yes to ritualistic sacrifice.
Of yourself.
Of yourself. Don't give in to peer pressure. Sacrifice yourself.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that's kinda hot.
There, you see?
The totem glows fiery red in eager anticipation of your blood sacrifice. Luckily, you have powder of starfish in your backpack after a sketchy drug deal with a selkie. You take a swig of it, then casually chop off your own limbs.
Heck yeah, hardcore.
The totem grows impossibly large. Or do your severed limbs grow impossibly small? It's hard to tell. The perspective seems fuzzy, but that could be the blood loss. Regardless, the totem swallows your limbs whole, one by one. Gentle earthquakes ripple across the school, and you know in your heart that the totem is pleased.
That was so, so, so sweet of you. Who knew such nobility could lie in the heart of peasants?
Crushed it. Thanks to the powder of starfish, your limbs grow back in no time. You gain all new limbs, and you gain 2 boldness and 1 charm.
Nice.
Sexy. All right, Mothra, where are you going?
Let's see. I
You-
need to go to the auditorium.
Who are you going for again?
Miranda.
Right. Yeah, auditorium. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you are struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it, also known as one of the 7 most douchebaggish moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it anyway. Quite the feat. You gain 2 creativity. All right, Mothra, we, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you by it until the end of this run.
Oh my. Maybe Mothra.
Did you say baby Mothra?
I said maybe.
Maybe Mothra?
I was being sarcastic.
I kind of like
This is
baby.
you
I kind of
already
like baby.
calling me- Oh, baby Mothra is really cute though.
She is.
We're going to call you baby for short.
Oh god damn it.
All right, baby, here comes your thing. You're minding your own business when Miranda comes.
I'm going to call you Batra.
That wasn't an option.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, you know.
You're minding your own business when Miranda comes rushing up to you, clearly distraught.
Most terrible news, friend. I have just watched the documentary Game of Thrones, and now I fear for my own royal family. I did not realize how susceptible we might be to random acts of treachery, or how often we romance our siblings.
I'm trying to think of the logic behind that because she's a fish.
I don't want to be shot in the chest by a crossbow while sitting on the toilet. That doesn't sound proper at all. please. Help me put my poor mind at ease. How can I possibly identify potential traitors in my court? Keep an eye out for the classic signs. Shifty eyes, clear black cloaks, ordering knives and bowls. Pretty much everybody's a traitor. Just spin the bottle and whoever points at him, kill him.
Okay, who are you picking, baby?
Well, I think the top one is smart. And the bottom one, is that boldness?
Maybe. Baby mother is adorable, according to Monarch merch. Thank you.
Woo!
See, everybody wants to. We're good.
That's because all things butterflies are great. Anyway, so I'm gonna go with the bottom one and pray to God it's boldness.
All right. So bold. Miranda is excited by your advice that she skips out on school to go try it out immediately. The next day, she finds you in the hall, clearly overwhelmed.
The most wonderful, glorious news, friend. The traitor is caught. The kingdom is saved. If not for your shrewd method of detecting, I might have never discovered the treachery of Balthazar the Loyal. He raised me from an infant and tried to teach me right from wrong, never betrayed my father nor myself. The perfect cover for a traitor. I might have gone my whole life without knowing his true nature, had not the spinning of the bottle cut through his layers of deceit. Would you like to accompany me to the execution later? Sell the popcorn. Oh, I feel really bad.
As you should, baby, as you should. The popcorn is very good. You try not to think too much about whether Balthazar was actually guilty. Either way, you gain 2 fun and 1 charm. Oh, it's my turn. Damn. So I would have wanted to go to class. Or the auditorium, because those are the only 2 stats I actually care about. Liam is not fun. I could buy something. Yeah, because the other option would be to go to the gym. Boldness doesn't really matter for him, nor does... Okay. Hey, Shiro, all the stat boosting items are $5, right?
I think there's 7.
Are the stat boosting items $5 or
5. They're 5. They're 5
Okay.
for 5 stats.
5 for 5? Cool.
I thought they were 4.
Oh, Taco.
Hey, last night I read this article on how much money costs pocket cancer in the long run. You don't want to get pocket cancer. Quick, give me that dangerous money you have in your still healthy pockets.
Damn, I need to get rid of this shit. I am too poor for the cocaine. Too poor for the dragon heat. Alright, let's see. Do I want to go with the Russian novel for smarts, or do I want to go with a sexy Latino accent? Or do I want to buy the tampon again?
Gross.
You already did. You already got the cursed thing.
Apparently there's an ending with it.
There is an ending with it.
Yes. The corpse is a fun ending too. I've done it.
Isn't there a book with
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the penguin. It's the penguin match that one person needs.
Yes.
Yeah, the Romanian.
Yeah. FYI, Taco, this is the item you need before prom for $10.
Dang it, then why did you... I need 10 for it?
You
Okay.
don't have 10 yet, so you want to go to the library if you want to get that.
Yep.
I'm going to increase my... Oh, wait, is this charm?
Problem is, I also need to go to the money zone.
Yeah, oh, wait, I don't need charm. I need create... What's creativity? Oh, it's glasses. I think, remember?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, motivational poster, yeah.
Bob Ross, of course.
Do I want this or do I want smarts is the question. You know, let's go with smarts. A Russian novel with an insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death.
Neat.
Taco, read it.
Are you sure about this? You can always use Wikipedia to get the general idea and still be able to act like you read it. Have a good one.
And I gained 5 smarts.
Ooh.
All right. Potato.
You already went to the... Oh, wait, I can go to library for money. That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Monies!
That day, you spend some time on the library's PCs, mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. I was reminded once again that the tampon is cursed. But you guessed that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works. Anyways, you gain 2 bitcoins, which is equal to $2 million! Which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so 2 money. Suddenly, you see Polly vomit ectoplasm all over her cell phone. You rush to help her.
I just got my 97th hey as an opening line on Tinder. I just had to puke out of pure boredom. Hey, what am I supposed to do with hey? Whatever happened to reaching out to someone with a fierce dick pic? People are just copy-pasting the hey and sending it to every monster that looks halfway interesting. What about you? Are you a hey person too? I hope not. If you read the Tinder profile of fun-loving sexual delight such as myself, what would you say to me?
You're beautiful. Are you drugs? Because I want to do you all night long.
Oh my gosh.
That is a great pickup line.
That is a great.
That is a great real life. That is a great real life. I think that's a
Not
great
real life. Unless you're maybe trying to attract a drug addict.
I don't know. I think it has potential. I'm going to try it next time I go to a baseball game.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
I will.
Yep.
Are you drugs? I think that's just too perfect for her.
All right, we're going with it.
Yeah.
Hell yes, drugs. That's a great opening line. Also, what's your drug?
You wake an indiscriminate amount of time later, feeling like shit. But happy about it, so like unicorn shit, where it's rainbow or something. When you run into Polly later, she's grinning like a lunatic, and it's clear something went down. Maybe one of you?
Hey there, kitty patootie. I had the best time the other night. We should really do this again sometime, and I mean all of it, even the zoo animal style stuff. You left a couple of things at my place. I put them outside of your locker.
With that, Polly disappears, leaving you to wonder exactly what transpired between you and what article of clothing you left behind. But when you open the box marked potato, all you see are a pair of handcuffs and the last surviving Bresky pigeon.
Oh my god.
What? Neither of those things are yours, but you would hate for Polly to think you're lame. Apparently when she said zoo animal stuff, she meant stealing a bird. So it seems like maybe you guys didn't so much have sex, but she clearly wants to spend more time with you. So hell yeah! You go home with a huge grin and a new pair of handcuffs, and the last surviving... Whoops. What was the last surviving Bresky pigeon? You should be more careful with your belongings.
No, not the pigeon.
Irrelevant! You gained Polly's admiration and 2 charm and 1 fun.
I adore pigeons.
It's okay, Mothra. It's not a moth. Everybody chooses a celebrity. Say your choice out loud for the rest of the players before clicking.
Neil Patrick Harris?
You always do Neil Patrick Harris.
Sorry, I forgot.
It's fine. Tommy was so.
Fine, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh god, I'm totally blanking. Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds?
I'm gonna stick with Mark Ruffalo.
All right. Remember, folks, if you're watching, you have the option to determine. Player owners decide based on how likely it is that the selected celebrity is secretly part of a cult.
Okay, so Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum is
Tom!
part of a cult.
No,
Tom-
come on, Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy was so. Look at him.
No. He wouldn't be the head of a cult. He would be what the cult's about.
Okay, it's not head of a cult. It is the selected celebrity is secretly part of a cult, not the head of a cult. Part of a cult.
Yeah, no. Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah,
It has to be.
Okay, so Tommy was so. What were the other options?
Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum is a close second, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo, and who was the third?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks wouldn't be a part of a cult.
He's a part of. Is he?
He would be the object of the cult. He wouldn't be a part of it.
Right.
Son of a bitch!
You.
No, don't touch it.
Did
You can't go back. You can't go back. I've seen it done.
Ah.
I don't know how, but I've seen it done.
Tom. No, we can't. It's done. Also, Monarch March is saying, Tommy, he's totally part of a cult. It still counts if he's what the cult is about. It's true. Random. I screwed myself.
That's close.
Ish.
Sort of.
Alright, the die has been cast. Oh. Week 2. Oh, lunchtime. Hooray. Oh my gosh, Coach is here.
Oh my
So
god,
he
Coach
is.
is here. Go to the Liam Miranda table.
God damn it. You suck. I'm gonna remember this. You find Liam artfully arranging his food while Miranda diligently sorts her silverware. Neither of them is eating. Obviously.
Have you found it yet?
I'm trying, Liam, but finding the perfect silverware for your cafeteria food pick is an art, not a science.
How hard can it be? It's just silverware.
Just silverware? And I suppose the food in your food pick is just food?
No, it's a metaphor for urban consumption in a post-modern industrialized mega society. God, I'm a
Well,
prick.
my silverware is a metaphor for
Silverware.
yes. Is that not enough?
It's more than enough. But can we hurry it along? The lighting is perfect right now, and I don't want to lose it.
That's real life problems right there.
Uh-huh.
As a filmmaker, I know, like 10 minutes, especially around noontime, can totally change shadows. You're a bit of a silverware aficionado yourself. Maybe you can speed up the selection process while simultaneously demonstrating your knowledge. Mothra, you have to read these because it's you.
Try the picture fork. It is fork. Oh, right, it is me. Try the picture fork. It is the fork for taking pictures of. Nothing conveys elegance and tastes like a gloating spoon.
Gloating spoon.
I want to go with the gloating spoon.
Okay.
I don't even know who that's for, but I'm going with the gloating spoon because I just want to see the answer.
It's going to be Liam, but okay.
Really?
Maybe
Gloating spoon?
not.
Oh, no, wait. But I thought the picture fork would be...
I mean, they're both silverware, so like that. Both of them seem like Miranda answers.
We're going to go because it's what your gut
Gloating
says.
spoon. Gloating spoon.
Yeah. What?
Yes, the gloating spoon, the most distinguished of utensils.
What's a gloating spoon?
Well, of course you wouldn't know about it.
Rude.
No, I wasn't being rude. Rudeness is simply the way one must introduce a gloating spoon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be sarcastic or not.
I
Well,
really.
of course you didn't. You're not as cultured as I am.
Such smug superiority. I am no match for this spoon.
He is not.
Miranda produces the gloating spoon with much fanfare. It looks like a regular spoon to you, but then, what do you know, you peasant? You convince Miranda to spend some time with you after lunch, lovingly explaining the spoon's finer points, even though spoons don't have points. Well, I have more money, so I can't go to the store. And
Interdimensional prince.
interdimensional
No.
interdimensional prince it is.
Damn.
He does give you good stats.
He does give me stats, which I honestly don't need right now, but I'm going to get him anyway. You're just about to take a bite of your sandwich when some douchebag rips a hole in the fabric of reality.
It is I, the interdimensional prince.
Okay, we're not rolling for it, but that's okay. You haven't been on screen in a while anyway, so go for it.
I have searched far and wide for a hero capable of solving a most fiendish riddle for me.
Oh
The
my god,
riddle
this
of
riddle.
how to get my TV to switch from HDM
this is different.
to HDM 1.2. I've tried everything short of actually using the remote control.
You heave a deep sigh and accompany the prince to his dimension, where you solve his problem by using the remote control.
You truly are both wise and generous. As a thank you, please allow me to teach you one of my kingdom's customary rituals.
Hell yeah.
Perhaps laser communion might interest you? Or reverse baptism? Or eggs?
Eggs.
Reverse baptism does sound pretty good.
The choice is yours.
Fuck that. Let's make up our own ritual. How about the ritual where you give me a pile of money and go away?
Damn it, I needed that.
You did do that.
Yo.
Ah, we have a ritual for this. A ritual of making up rituals. That's why we have so many dumb and bad rituals. First, we get incredibly high on instrumental weed. Then we pretty much do whatever we want, then make it illegal for people not to do that thing once a year.
Sounds good to you. You guys get ripped and invent a holiday called Shrimp Christmas. It's Christmas, but everybody just gets stockings full of shrimp, delivered by a giant shrimp. It becomes so popular that it leaks over into your dimension where it replaces actual Christmas. You gain 4 creativity. And now my stats are perfect for Liam. The Prince Quest is too real. Oh wow, according to Monarch March, the interdimensional prince is this person's grandma. Alright, do you want to go to the store, which you don't have money?
No, I don't have money for it. Let's see.
Can always introduce us to Coach.
Fine, yeah, I'll do Coach.
You find Scott and Damien shoveling hot dogs and mashed potatoes into their mouths while Coach cheers them on. Do we want to roll for Coach or does someone want Coach?
Oh, I'll just do it. Go, boys, go! March your way to victory! Ah, there is no truer sport than an eating contest.
I love Coach.
Since Coach?
It looks like it's a pretty fair fight so far, but where's the fun in that? Time to step in and tip the balance. Oh my god, what?
Distract Scott with surprise fireworks or slather Damien's dogs in holy ketchup? Oh, dear.
Those are both great.
Those are both great. I'm going to go.
God.
I'm gonna go with the surprise fireworks.
Good. I've seen the ketchup one.
What the hell were you planning on setting off these fireworks in here anyway? You let them rip.
Hey, stop that. Who did that? Who's making noise? I'm yelling because I'm scared.
They found us, Scott! The Viet Cong! Oh lordy, it's come all over again.
Oh my god!
Terrible person.
Damn. Apparently Coach was in Nam, who knew?
This just got
We're
real.
never too young to have a non-flashback.
This got so real.
Wow. Goodness
Izzy, I
gracious.
have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you still going to be going after the...
Yes.
Alright. I'm just going to say this now. Pump charm.
No, that's what I've been trying to do.
Oh, Scott and Coach flee the cafeteria. Damien lets out a sigh full of equal parts relief and mashed potatoes.
Ugh, thanks. I was just eating like I normally do when these two idiots came over and turned it into a sport. It's not my fault I'd eat so fast. I've got a literal furnace in my stomach.
Damien lets you have some of his half-chewed hot dogs. Nice. Some would say that's almost like making out with him. Actually, it kind of is.
Polly.
You find Vera and Polly at their table, deep in conversation.
Alright, business idea. People pay a monthly subscription to prevent me from drinking their food.
Business idea. People pay me a monthly subscription to put drugs in their food.
Business idea. Price out the cafeteria's current food supplier by selling plastic food.
A business idea. Nibbles.
I'm liking Polly's ideas so far.
Yeah, yes.
Just nipples?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Business idea. Use clever marketing and food science to create the perfect new diet craze and sell it for an insane profit.
That's actually a really good idea.
Better than nipples?
Yes.
I disagree.
We just need to figure out what our new diet product will be.
Tapeworms. They're gluten-free, dairy-free, 100% organic, and you can get them for free even from sick cows. Meth. It's what's for lunch.
Both would work.
Meth. It's what's for lunch.
I mean, clearly.
Yes. Oh yeah. You know, I was just complaining the other day that I made myself way more meth than I ever can take myself.
Lies.
The profit margin will be incredible. The problem is the name. Meth has a really terrible reputation. You need to rebrand.
You mean come up with the new name? Like on my computer. Hold on a sec.
Well,
Ah, there. Like skinny fun powder or probably not meth?
yes, except not either of those.
Oh, I know. I've got the perfect name.
Don't say.
No!
Oh, Polly.
Oh,
If-
fantastic.
If Polly,
That's fantastic.
if Polly was a real person, like I can't tell you how many times I branded things as nipples within our own friend group, and it has, people have come to it. But it turns out nipples is the perfect name for a drug you want to sell to high school students. Polly makes a killing, and drug dealings turns out to be a very romantic bonding experience for the two of you. Let's trade places. Player owners decided based on who is most likely to be hiding a corpse in their basement. Start debating now. I'm going to point out, I actually own a house with a basement.
I actually have corpses in my fridge.
Chickens don't count.
Do insects?
She's a bio major.
Probably not.
I have to
I mean-
I have to admit, Taco's real name is the same as my real name, so
What real name? My real name is Taco.
His real name is Taco.
That's true.
sure, Taco.
This
And where do you think I get the tacos from?
okay, according to Monarch March, Mothra, then Izzy. Then who after that? Fine. Will of the viewers.
Yeah.
Fine.
I am also dating Rob, so
You're not allowed to say his real name.
I'm sorry, he doesn't have a tag name. He actually doesn't have a tag name.
We need to fix that.
Yeah, seriously.
We're going to call him your nickname from last round. We're just going to refer to him as Baby.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, so it's down to Taco and Ziggy.
No, and oh yeah, and Ziggy.
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't know what Ziggy's living situation is out
Out west.
in
Actually, he
It's
does.
not even that way. It's not that west anymore.
Well, it's mid. Actually, you are in the city where there is the most crime, and who's most likely to be hiding corpses? You see, the thing is, I totally expect there to be. Oh, the taco.
His argument is pretty good. Where does he get the tacos?
Taco, it is.
Yep.
Fine.
Yeah, sorry, Ziggy. Like, I expect there to be corpses in your basement. I just don't think they'd be your corpses because of where you live.
I live in an apartment, which really makes it more impressive, but whatever.
It's
I expect there to be
Chicago.
because of other people.
Yeah, it's Chicago.
I deeply apologize. This is the last time I'm gonna do it. The library, or the, oh no, damn it, she took over the library, you bitch!
What are you trying to buy?
Nothing, I just need money from Miranda, she likes money. Fine.
She likes fun.
Is she into fun? I thought she was into,
Charm.
She's
I thought she was into
Charm and
creativity.
creativity, yeah.
What's charm?
Charm
I mean,
is.
I think creativity more, but
Yeah, she's more creativity, but I have 10 in that, so let's go with...
She's charm.
Yeah, let's go into the bathroom is charm, I think.
No, bathroom is boldness. Gym is charm.
Oh, well, Jim. Oh, right, that's because Jim's a sports anime. All right.
Yeah.
Jim it is?
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Amidst the battle, you spot a fellow player that seems utterly discouraged. She thinks she's not worth anything at dodgeball, and she attempts to throw the ball at herself. You explain to her the many ways you think she's unique and wonderful, while also defending the many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding reasons to keep playing and gains a sense of worth.
Ooh.
No one saw that. I'm good. You gain +1 BFF. Sadly, she's not part of this game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off screen. And you gain 2 charm. Also, I just want to point out, this is the definition of short shorts, people.
Of short?
Short shorts.
Oh, yes. I mean, yes. Those are beautifully short shorts.
Later that day, you join Miranda and Damien's team for Game 2. It goes differently. I don't think I've ever seen Damien in gym clothes.
Come on, shit dicks. Face the power of hell.
Paint the battlefield red, Damien. Grind them all into a thin red paste.
You express your worry and confusion over the number of corpses in the gym. Isn't this supposed to be a friendly game?
Friendly? What the fuck is friendly? I only have 2 words in my vocabulary. Kill and murder.
Honor, glory, feudalism. These are the words we'll fight for. These are the words we'll die for.
Whoa. You didn't sign up to die. You've got to stop this before it turns into an FPS or something.
Oof. Get off my nuts, narrator. You don't understand the ancient reasons for dodgeball slaughter, and many died before us, and we won't waver. Guys, it's a dodgeball. Let's throw the ball and have some fun. Alright, let's see.
Oh my god, the narrator.
Let's see how I'm going to fuck this up.
Who are you going for again? Miranda?
Miranda.
Yeah. I mean, you should know which one's for who.
Oh, I know. I mean, I want the first one, really. But, like,
But you can still do that one, and I will get off of your figurative nuts.
the second one has the word fun in it.
Yep.
And I'm avoiding fun. So we're going to get off my nuts, narrator.
So bold. Fine. Be that way.
Bring it on.
You cock your shotgun. Why do you have a shotgun? And stand beside Damien. Double kill. Triple kill. Quad damage. The gym is ruined. Blood is everywhere. Half of your classmates are maimed. Are you happy? Here, have 3 money as loot or something.
Quake.
That got you what you needed, surprisingly.
Yeah, it did. Good times.
It's a dating game, and you killed a bunch of people. How should I know what to give you?
Thank
You didn't get a heart for either of those.
Nope. I think that one was literally like. It didn't seem like it was actually a choice between the two.
It wasn't. It was a stat check one.
Yeah. I think I'm good on smarts and creativity. I'm just worried about what else Liam might throw my way. Do I risk going for more boldness? Because I know I have enough smarts and creativity for him at this point.
Do you think you need boldness at this point?
He's a creativity one, isn't he?
Yeah, he's creativity and smarts predominantly, but I think I'm set on that.
I mean, your fun's pretty low too.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He actually he hates fun. It's just what's more likely to come up, boldness, or I can't even pick charm. So it's boldness. Yeah, I'll do some boldness. That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathroom.
God, I don't think I've actually seen this one. It's amazing.
Oh no, he's adorable. That day, you skip class and just hang out at the bathroom because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathroom. Also, I want to dial that phone number that's on there.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
You give 0 shits, but you gain 2 boldness.
Charming.
Later, you see Liam rolling his eyes at his phone. You ask him what's up before he can roll them right out of his head.
I'm having trouble with my status on Facebook.
Oh, do tell.
I expressed a positive opinion about bug manicures, which I obviously meant ironically. And now my so-called friends are responding with blatantly unironic pictures of themselves with centipedes glued to their nails. I know being aloof and misunderstood is my brand, but I want to be misunderstood on my terms, not theirs.
I just noticed he's got 2 bite marks in his forearm on his right arm.
Yep.
I guess that's how he turned.
What kind of status could I post that would be idiot-proof?
Flat out post that
Izzy, you're an idiot. You know this.
vague blog for you.
Look for your life.
What on earth is a vague block?
I don't know.
Vague blogging.
Oh my
is
god,
when you
everything is
post-
the worst. And Joan
Yeah.
explained it.
Yeah.
God.
It's when you vaguely blog about terrible things in your life and you won't explain it.
I'm gonna
Fucking pretentious.
go with the first one, even though I'm pretty sure it's charm. Oh, it's bold.
Oh.
If there's one thing idiots don't understand, it's their own idiocy. Right, Izzy?
Wrong.
I don't know, Ziggy. You tell me.
Mm-hmm.
If I post a status like that, it'll be the one time everyone takes it ironic. They'll use the mwahaha react button. And the wings up of approval.
That's an approval.
Ugh, never mind.
Open and honest communication online. You're the idiot. You lose 3 smarts, and now I need more smarts.
Now you know where to go.
Yeah. Potato.
Party, party, party!
You're actually you're good on fun.
Yes, but other things may occur. So.
Yeah.
More fun.
That day, during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You're casually chatting with Wand, the small magical Latino cat. You start telling him that hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one. The one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King. Oh god! The reverse Romanian Wilkinson. Slowly, lots of people start joining you to hear the story. By the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 people are so burst with hysterical laughter. You turn on a mobile app that captures all the laughter and turns it into 2 fun. Polly seems really excited about trying the reverse Romanian Wilkinson with you. And the only thing you have to do is get all the needed supplies, which would be fine except you have no idea what any of them are. Luckily, you have a few spare minutes to try and figure this out. You do a quick search on your phone because you assume the internet must know something about this, as long as it's related to very weird sex fetishes. Nothing. While trying the other keyboard, you spot the Coven looking over at your phone.
Oh,
Who,
geez, who wants to do the coven?
who doesn't have a lot of voices?
I have 2 right now.
I got 2.
2.5.
I have 2, but they're also not being used often.
Go for it, Chira.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Could it possibly be they know something about the reverse Romanian Wilkinson? No, they're always bitching so much about saving the world that they would never admit that they're into these kinds of very weird sex fetishes. Maybe you're not searching hard enough on the net. Or maybe you're letting your prejudices blind you. There's not much time to lose here. The solution is clear.
You're tracking online searching in a very short-sighted way. You need to come up with an unexpected search in terms that will point you in the right direction. Use your people skills to get the 3 witches to admit that they know what a first Romanian Wilkinson is, and tell you what you need for it.
I'm guessing smarts or charm or creativity. I don't know.
I
This
have
is
no idea.
this is clearly a stat check.
Yeah.
It is a stat check. This is a, and because it's an event one, it just cares which one's the higher one.
Yeah, neither of them are fun.
I think my people skills is Neither of them are fun. Neither of them are money.
Yeah.
So it's a question between creativity and boldness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's charms and
Is talking to the witch's charm or boldness?
And is tracking online smarts or creativity?
I have the answer, but I'll tell you after you select.
Use people skills.
so charming.
Good call. Creativity was the top one.
You use your refined persuasion skills with the coven, which includes techniques such as repeating, "Tell me what a reverse Romanian Wilkinson is," to the point of exhaustion. Chiro.
Okay. We might know what a reverse Romanian Wilkinson is. But we know because of saving the world. So you'll need a penguin mask, a bag of marbles, and a kilo of guacamole. We're sure Valerie was selling a penguin mask the other day. I don't think we have a kilo of guac for you. What kind of pervs do you think we are? We totally have a bag of marbles, though. How about you keep the marbles and we never mention this again, okay? Okay, bye.
Nicely done. In the end, it turned out to be exactly like that old toy commercial jingle. Marbles, marbles, you never have enough. They're perfect for booby traps and for super weird sex stuff. Huh. These marbles smell funny, though. Maybe they're already used? Ugh. At first you feel like that's not okay, but then again, you're about to get into some real kinky stuff, so who are you to judge? Your mind is open and your excitement grows. You gain +2 creativity and +1 fun.
Your fun is off the charts, man.
Yeah. You really...
Let's see. Go into class.
Okay. FYI, Taco, the store is not available week 3 evening, so you literally have to get money and then hopefully
Do it at noon. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That day, you're the first one in class. You sometimes come early because you enjoy talking to the teacher. He's a bit bitter, but in a cool way. He treats you like an adult, and the two of you discuss life and stuff in a very snarky way. Look at you, excelling at cliché movie tropes. You gain 2 smarts and 1 valuable life lesson insight that will help you face the difficulties of being young. Later, you, Polly, and Miranda are watching your adorable little dark deity totem melt the faces off passerbys when... Oh, Shiro, dear Shiro.
Thank God you found the totem. Hand it over quickly.
Whoa, dude, chill out for a second. Whatever seems to be the matter? We're off to have a lovely picnic with our dearest totem friend, Little Buddy.
Your totem is the guard, ruler of the Dark Realms, and the age of destruction. Let's dispose of the totem before the world suffers.
Rude. Truly though, what have you ever done to earn our friendship? This totem has been there for us whenever we've needed it. Yeah, when I ran out of coke, Little Buddy made sure our dealer dropped dead in the club with full pockets so I could have as much as I wanted. When the suitor brought me the wrong flowers, Little Buddy made his eyes and teeth melt off of his face.
The totem purrs happily, which sounds like the shrieking of 1,000 cows dying of famine.
Literally every time I think you guys can't make worse choices, you somehow make worse choices.
The coven prepares to attack, their sights set on your precious totem. You better think fast.
Swallow the totem whole and keep it safe in your belly, or use sleight of hand to make the totem disappear. Let's see. I feel like swallow the totem whole would be boldness. And sleight of hand to make the totem disappear. That seems
creative.
Or charming.
Yeah.
it could be smart.
I don't think it's smart.
I'll risk it. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
It is smart.
How is it smart? Thinking quickly, you use your excellent dexterity to palm the totem.
Oh, where did you find it? Go.
Wait, since when do you know magic? We didn't realize you were magical. Could have used your sorcery on so many quests.
My word, you ever stop talking? Please leave us be, peasants. We have more important things to discuss.
Well, I suppose if you possess such great powers, we can trust that you will be able to contain the dark deity within the totem.
Yeah, or yeesh. Finally, a little respect around here. When have we ever not been trustworthy?
Literally every time you're on screen.
Yeah.
And that's why she's the best.
The coven pieces out.
I know exactly where to find Coke, okay?
Yeah. The coven pieces out, presumably because they have no examples rather than so many. Nothing up your sleeve, except the totem. You remove it and head off to your picnic. You gain 2 boldness and 1 smarts. That weekend, something happens to Mothra.
Yeah, it says me.
You were having a quiet evening with a coconut and totally not human flesh flavored smoothie when Polly phases in.
What?
Sup, Aubrey? You planning on coming to my death day party? It's going to be lit. It was going to have all kinds of reminders of the way I died. Guillotines, quicksand, alligators, and all of the food will be poisoned, of course.
Wait, what? How exactly did this girl die again?
You know, I've been thinking about it. I am really into the idea of sharing my afterlife with a fellow ghost, you know? Think of all the cute ghost dates we can go on, going on to haunted houses, and Halloween, and actually haunting them. Walking through walls to get to where we want to go. Appearing in turns to reveal the perspective, the truth, and the greedy old misers who won't appreciate the true holidays. You know, all that classic ghost stuff. I also kind of wouldn't hate dating Potato. So I guess my question to you is, do you think their death day party will be? When do you think their death day party will be? Like, will they become a ghost soon-ish, at least? I'm not super patient, but I do think they have party down, and I could party even further down as a ghost. Potato, that reckless bastard eats gluten. Gluten, I tell you, they'll be dead by noon probably. Potato's gonna be around a long time, trust me. They already has a place reserved for them in a retirement community, as a taken up bingo and become an expert knitter. Game over. I mean, game not over. Not for a long time. They gonna die an old monster.
So,
Potato, I care about you. You eat gluten.
I eat gluten.
it's nice to know your friends care about you.
Polly is not my gal, so go for it. Gluten? Ha! I knew Potato lived life on the wild side. Which will hopefully take him right into an early grave.
Hopefully.
Ideally, the grave right next to mine, and we can party for eternity and make random ee noises on the sound recording. Like this. Eee! Don't want to get too much direct recording. If you decide to die anytime soon, you're welcome to come to our ghost raves. They're going to be ghastly.
Well, you're not really sure how Potato is going to feel about how excited you all are about their impending death, but hopefully they'll be psyched that it's a death approved and eagerly awaited by Polly. Oh man, how awkward is it going to be if Potato is actually in love with Scott and now you're all psyched about their dying for nothing like a sociopath? You gain 3 fun for sending Potato to an early, awesome grave.
Woo!
Let's trade places. Everybody chooses a brand. Say your choice out loud for the rest of the players before clicking.
Coke. Old-fashioned Coke. Old-fashioned Coke.
Jesus.
Microsoft.
7-Eleven. Player owners decide based on how normal it will be to name your first child after the selected brand.
So we got
Coke,
Microsoft,
Cheez-It,
Coke,
and 7-Eleven.
and 7-Eleven.
We need some help from our audience right now.
I think Cheez-It sounds vaguely like a name.
Have you not seen Stranger Things? 7-Eleven?
Uh-huh. That's not her name.
Her real name is up for debate, based on how much of the rule you follow. All right.
Wasn't it?
The viewers have spoken. Cheez-Its is first, which is you, correct, Ziggy?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
All right, now which is it? Microsoft, 7-Eleven, or Coke?
Microsoft.
Yeah, I'll vote Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft. Okay, fine. We'll give Microsoft number 2. Okay, so is it going to go then to... Did I just...
Coke or
So
7-Eleven?
now the big thing here.
Yeah.
Since the last person we just saw was a Polly.
We have a vote. Microsoft, 7-Eleven, then Coke.
Okay, yeah.
Hooray.
I know, Microsoft is last.
Oh, wait, did I screw up the order?
Yeah,
I screwed up the order. Oops, sorry.
Eh.
You're not going for the same thing anyway.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. You're first, Ziggy.
Gym. To the gym.
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. The match is so intense, and both teams are so into it that you decide to raise the stakes by betting part of your charm against part of the other team leader's charm. That commitment amazes your whole team, and their spirit is fueled by determination. Finally, you win and take 2 charm from the other team leader. She's now a little bit less fabulous. During the next match, your team is struggling, and one of your teammates is distracted with some other shit. Guess which one?
Polly, are you just scrolling through dick pics on Vampire?
No, Vera, I'm totally participating and engaging with physical activity. I just love gym class.
This is supposed to be said sarcastically. Look at her face. Try it again.
Wow.
Vera.
Come on, Polly. Do you really want the shame of losing to Liam? He's been doing organic blood shots out of a rabbit skull in between rounds.
Wait, what?
I don't even know. And Damien's going to shove it in our faces. I hate when Damien tries to shove anything in my face.
What does that even mean?
None of your business.
I like winning as much as the next monster, but why is dodgeball apparently the only sport we ever play at this school? Some schools do volleyball in gym, or track and field, or cross-country skiing.
But what we have is a dodgeball, and I want to win. When life gives you lemons, you gotta squirt some lemon juice in someone's eye.
Totally. Let me just finish eating the selfie, or editing the selfie, and have you seen this massacre filter? Adorbs.
Maybe there's a way to inspire Polly to get on your level and lead you to victory. Wouldn't all of you be happier that way?
Don't you see? Dodgeball is just dancing that you can win at. Distract Polly, smash your cell phone, blame the other team. I can only assume that the second one is Vera.
I have a feeling the second one is bold.
Yeah, the second one's bold, and you do have
They're
boldness.
both Polly. This is just a check.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the second one.
So bold.
Yeah.
You shoot Vera a meaningful look which conveys your entire plan, because monster skills.
Hey, Polly, is that a bag of cocaine someone left on the bleachers?
What? Who leaves their coke unprotected? I always keep mine in my bra. It's so close to where my heart used to be.
This is a good time to point out that Monarch Roach just commented, Coke is too easy to confuse with the non-soda variety. from our previous challenge. The moment Polly's head is turned, you knock the cell phone out of her hands and place a ball at her feet.
What? Polly, it looks like the other team threw a ball that shattered your cell phone. What an unexpected calamity.
Are you kidding me? Nobody messes with my phone. Oh, I don't want to scream, so.
Ah! You've never seen Polly like this, and you hope never again to. She's clearly an expert at handling balls.
Yes.
Yes, she is. Soon, the entire opposing team has fallen. It also helps that balls thrown at Polly go straight through her.
That'll show 'em what happens to people who mess with my phone.
Good thing that she doesn't know that in this case, people was you. You gained 2 fun and 1 boldness. Potato.
Monies.
You sure?
Yes.
Do it.
That day, you spend time on the library's PC, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such blatant scam? Anybody want to read the email?
Congratulations! You have been chosen to win big. All you need is to fill out this very quick survey, and you'll be the winner of hundreds of dollars of prizes, including real cash. What are you waiting for? Click the link at www.winbig69. Yup, real, not fake. Not 7 fake. FB34VMB. Winning.
You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? And you gain 2 money. Oh, you need an event that gives you money right now, Taco.
I so totally do.
You notice Polly staring at her phone with an uncharacteristic intensity. She usually looks much happier sorting through dick pics. Better investigate.
Oh, hey, Boo. I'm just checking out information on possible afterlives. Like, I'm not going to spend my time as a high school student for eternity. Who does that? I've collected some pamphlets from various afterlives, and I'm looking into the pros and cons of each option. It's just such a big decision, you know? I mean, it could affect the rest of my afterlife. Do you know anyone who went to any of these afterlives? Which afterlife are you into?
A soft and enveloping cloud in the sky made of hundreds of adorable, fluffy, precious, tiny, perfect kittens. Nothingness.
Oh my god.
God.
Good luck, Taco.
Good luck, Taco.
Fuck.
Just remember, if you get this correct, you might get money. If you don't get this correct, you're not going to get the ending you want.
Fuck.
To be fair, if you fail at this ending, you can still get boldness at the final day in week 3, and you still get the poly ending, just not the right poly ending.
I want to say a soft enveloping cloud of a sky made of hundreds of adorable, fluffy, precious, tiny, perfect kittens.
Actually, all your stats are tied, and that doesn't sound bold, so you might be good on this.
Kitten.
Yeah, I want to say kittens.
Okay, kittens it is. Oh my god! That's...
You're not gonna get money off of it.
No. The other one wouldn't have gotten me
The
money
most
either.
yes, the maximum yes possible, the yesest. It's amazing because you know what the biggest complaint about kittens is? That they're perfect, adorable, fluff balls of cuteness armed with tiny kittens on their paws, which they have no problem jabbing into people and absolutely no notice. And by kittens, I mean knives.
You do.
You know who can't feel the pain of tiny kitten claws? Ghost bitches! I literally roll around in a crowd of fluffy kittens and feel nothing except for their tiny fluffy surface and no fear claws. I am definitely going to work on my essay for Cloud Kitten World. Maybe something along the lines of, why do I deserve to smell with cats because of one time I kitty fucked a werepanther?
The more we find out about Polly,
Yeah, the more we find out about
the more I want to date a real-life version of her.
Maybe I can get you to write a letter of recommendation. What do you think, Potato? Fingers and tiny furry paws. Cross-legged in and hope to see you there one day.
Did Polly just say that she hopes you die? Well, if it's to reunite with her, I guess that's probably fine. Aren't you just dying to take her to Monster Prom. You gain that terrible joke to use again later when you're recounting the story, as well as 2 creativity and 1 charm.
Dang out.
Yeah, you need boldness for the last round. Badly.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
boldest.
Where are you going?
I need.
So Taco, why are you suffering so much on the money department?
I'm literally at 9.
Yeah, why are you suffering so much in the money department?
I do not have enough charm to do what I want to do.
I'm trying to think.
I-
I guess maybe I'll just beef up my creativity, seeing as Mr. Zombie Dude took the charm.
Yeah, I need smarts this round, so thank you. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you aren't especially good, nor inspiring. For once, it seems you aren't getting the classic creativity boost from the auditorium. But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion, so you decide to convey it through music. You start singing, but suddenly everyone else joins in, a kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing that people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain 2 creativity. Anybody want to break out into a rousing verse of 10 bottles of beer on the wall? 10 bottles of beer
No
on the
one
wall?
wants to hear me sing this.
Fine. Miranda is sitting on her throne. She had her servants bring it here, of course. She looks quite worried. You ask her, "What's up?"
Do you think this play is fabulous? Because it decidedly is not. On my father's chart of royal fabulousness, it would rank just below the Village Pig Humping Festival.
Show of hands who wants to go to that. That's what I thought.
Just be more fabulous. 'Tis my duty as a princess to make it so. But the sheer barbarity has paralyzed my mind. What to do? Alter the script so that it is about your kingdom. It might be vulgar, but it will inspire and educate the peasants. Take the leading role. Nothing could make it more fabulous than your royal presence.
Good luck. Also, we have a comment about kittens.
Kittens are great.
Kittens are great.
I think that was regarding my thing.
Yeah. The polyisms.
Let's see. Take the leading role. I have a feeling is charm versus alter the script, which I think is either boldness or smart. Or could be no, that's not creativity.
Shiro knows, but Shiro won't tell.
Because the top one could be creativity, in which case I want to go for that, but
The choice?
go with the top one. Because no matter, all the rest of my shit is 8, except for smarts. So unless this is smarts, I'm good. Yes. A perfectly lovely idea. But our royal family has such a long, storied history. What subject could be from, what subject should from the focus of the play? Form, that's what that word is. Libertarian of Tritons from their land. The glorious constitution that relieved the people of their rights. I know, the referendum in which 146% of the citizens decided that my father should rule forever.
Oh boy, math. What princess doesn't like propaganda? You got a bright future as a royal bard ahead of you. You gain 2 charm and 1 creativity.
Wait, how did I forget how to read that?
It's okay, Mothra. We all know everybody can't really read in real life.
It's really true.
Alright, so I need to buff my smarts, hoping to get Liam. I'm adorable. That day,
You're adorable.
yeah, that day, I'm not even dabbing this time. That day, your teacher delivers an amazing and creative performance that blows all of your minds. It ends up being a sensation on YouTube. Your teacher gains 10 coolness, but who cares? He's not trying to romance your classmates. Or is he? Coach! But we hope not. Oh, you also gained 2 smarts. Hooray! At the end of the class, a teacher passes back your quizzes from last week. Liam looks at his and sighs.
Just another fascistic assessment in a long line of fascistic assessments. Don't get me wrong, my performance on these little charades is exceptional. I am devastatingly intelligent, but I find the entire enterprise distasteful. Must we be weighed and measured like so much raw steak?
Elroy the Swamp Monster snorts derisively. What does that even mean? All right, buttsucker. If you're so smart, how are they supposed to ass us without tests?
Well, I mean, given time, I'm sure I could come up with, obviously.
This is not going well for Liam. You jump in and save the day. Rap battles. It's the only fair way. A brutal fight to the death, or are you too chicken?
Oh, please. Oh, please.
No, I don't have the boldness for it.
The last time I picked rap battles, they actually made me rap. It was amazing.
Do it.
Rap battles.
Crash and burn. Crash and burn.
Yeah, oh, that's you.
Yes, that's precisely what I was about to say. As we all know, one does not truly grasp a subject until one can rap fluently about it. None would dispute that Snoop Dogg is a reigning expert on the distribution and consumption of marijuana, for example. I mean...
I think that's unrelated, sir.
Yes, very good. I'll start a petition immediately. This'll definitely impress Reddit. I just want to punch you in your stupid face.
It's the story of your life, Ziggy.
Yep.
You give Liam his first signature. You're not sure he'll get many more. In any case, you gain 2 fun and 1 creativity. I am rolling in the creatives. Let's trade places. Everybody chooses something cool. Say your choice out loud for the rest of the players before clicking.
Something
Polar
cool.
bears.
Ah, clever.
Clever.
I mean, I said liquid nitrogen last time, so I'm obligated not to.
Yeah. Tommy was so.
Entropy.
Let's go with the heat death of the universe.
Hey, I already said entropy.
Fine.
What is the concept? What is the ending?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So we have entropy for Ziggy, the heat death of the universe for Taco, Tommy was so for me, and polar bears for Mothra. I'm pretty sure Mothra's just going to win this one.
Yeah.
Player was decided based on how important it would be to bring the selected thing to our first Mars colony.
It's really important to bring entropy because it's
No,
already there.
no,
Already there.
no, we want to bring Tommy Wiseau to get him the hell off of our planet.
No, you're coming with him.
He-
That means you'll have to be with him alone.
He needs to return to his home.
You're going to his home.
That's fine. I'll be the first one to make contact with his people to see if he's an anomaly or if they're just a million
He
Wiseaus.
killed them all.
Let's look at the audience. Who wins this one? Is it, let's see, Entropy, the heat death of the universe, polar bears, or Tommy Wiseau? I'm hoping our viewers are still viewing.
You know, on second thought, maybe polar bears, because you may want a food source.
That's true. There
You
are
do not
food
eat
sources
polar bears.
that also have a lot of fat that you can use. You can also make weapons out of their claws.
Do not eat and kill polar bears.
Why not?
Wait, I mean, we could. Compared to the rest of the things on the list.
Bring Tommy, Monarch says.
Bring Tommy. Tommy wins apparently by voice of the
And
people.
polar bears.
Well,
That-
to be
Then I'm
fair
gonna
though,
say-
you need to bring Tom with though so he can interpret for you.
Probably. Then polar bear, so
I'm
congratulations.
gonna say entropy because it's already there, and then heat death of the universe because
It'll be there eventually.
It'll be there eventually. You don't need to bring it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Then the thing is, that's not entropy.
What?
I don't know.
And I would say entropy and then heat death of the universe. You don't want to bring heat death of the universe to Mars.
Because it'll kill the entire universe.
Exactly.
Alright. Right, I'm going for Liam. You notice Liam looking disgruntled, which is his default, so whatever. But it seems like Miranda is pretty upset too. Better check it out.
Liam, why are you typing on your phone so angrily? Did your phone offend you in some way? Why are you mad at it? You seem to be an 8.5 on the Frowny Liam scale.
The what?
The Frowny Liam scale. Normally I can tell how people are feeling from their faces, but you seem to be frowning most of the time. So I created a chart just to measure your frowniness.
Miranda pulls out a notepad and displays a series of doodles of Liam's frowniness. They're not super accurate, but they are super adorable.
I'm not angry at my phone. My so-called frowniness is caused by a heinous error. I specifically asked that my creature creme brulee be extra crispy so it truly popped with my #massacre Instagram filter. Instead, they burnt it to a crisp, rendering it unphotographable. Monsters deserve to know what they're getting into if they choose to eat at this cafeteria, so they can choose to take their business to a different establishment. And so I'm writing a scathing Yelp review.
Liam, you can't do that. If they shut down the cafeteria down, the school kitchen staff will lose their jobs. Did you know that peasants have to do labor to make living wages? They don't simply have unlimited stores of gold. I was shocked when I first found out.
Of course you were. If the kitchen staff wanted to earn their wages, they should have been better at their jobs. I am simply the merchant of truth.
No, you're the merchant of poop.
Your royal sophistication sign shines through. Look, ask Graveless. His taste may tend toward the mainstream, but surely he can see this subpar cafeteria must be exposed.
Don't be ridiculous, Graveless. Is surely more compassionate than that and would gladly help me save the cafeteria again.
Happy birthday, by the way, Graveless. Again. Gosh, it's hard to keep track of your misadventures at this shit show of a school. Still, you'll help if you can. Miranda can't undermine Liam's admittedly talented criticism alone. This will take an army of homeless people we pay to write positive Yelp reviews of the cafeteria until we eclipse Liam's. Liam, one lonely voice simply cannot shut down this cafeteria. At least not the voice of a high schooler. Let's get a renowned food critic to write a Pulitzer-worthy expose to be published in the most widely read periodicals. Well, I normally go for the first one, but since I'm going for Liam, bam.
Excellent idea. I am an incredible, intelligent, compassionate person with tons of humility. More than enough to admit when a professional's help may be of use to me.
You think you have the most humility? You shall never be as humble as I. Every day my servants tell me I'm the humblest person ever to live.
Miranda storms off in a huff, leaving you and Liam to proceed with your amazing, incredible, genius plan. You're super humble too, I know. You use your magnificent calligraphy skills you picked up in your elective class, Calligraphy and Murder, to write 5 letters chock full of aesthetics. Hashtag. Liam produces a delicate white dove from his backpack. How is it breathing in there? And gives it to the newly addressed letters. You're not sure what's more intriguing, The fact that Liam trusts that dove to be able to read the address and deliver the letters, or the fact that the address he wrote down were just their emails. Regardless, it seems to have worked, because within a minute of the dove's release, you receive your first reply on your phones.
Ah, I knew the exquisite Jacques Aznavour would have enthusiasm for our plight, thus his immediate response. Dear Liam, I received your message. Though the calligraphy is quite impressive, I'm afraid I must give you the same answer I gave you when you asked me to write a review on the cuisine cooked by your friend's grandmother last Thanksgiving. I don't know how you got a dove to find out where I live based on my email address. But stop contacting me! Most lovingly yours, great and humblest food critic, Jacques Aznavour. Oh, greatness. Nobody understands the severity of the creme brulee transgression. Thank goodness we have each other.
I'm getting Vampire D. Heck yeah, you have each other. For prom, hopefully. At the very least, maybe he'll let you borrow that dove sometime to send anthrax to your enemies.
Hi, Loki.
We gained Loki.
We get to Loki. Hi, Loki.
You're just in time for like the last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm sorry. I totally spaced that today was Tuesday.
It's fine. I was trying to contact you earlier. So,
Yeah, you should have just, like, texted me.
sorry.
That's okay. I have had a really busy day, and yeah, I'm super sorry.
No problem.
What's going on?
Shy Mothra is up. Shy Mothra, where are you going?
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn it, you took my goddamn stick.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Oh, the intervention of the prince isn't here, so I guess I'll see,
Slayer.
lady.
Slayer.
I wanna go with the Slayer.
Hey, guess what, Loki?
I've seen her before.
Hey, Loki, we haven't had a voice for the Slayer yet, so guess what?
Oh,
Since you're
why? I came at just the right time.
The Slayer's awesome.
you're taking a break from socializing to eat your lunch when someone punches you in the knee.
Sounds about right.
It's the Slayer. She's hiding under your table.
Eat knee pain, freak. Now I'm going to punch your other. Ow!
You just threw your apple at her. Finally, a use for that red delicious.
I mean, seriously though, those are horrible apples.
That's true.
You defeated the Slayer. She flees, leaving two choice pieces of loot behind. The loot flashes rapidly, getting ready to disappear, almost as if you're in some kind of video game. No time to contemplate the nature of existence. Pick some loot before it's all gone. Garlic rice and holy water. One monster's weakness is another monster's dinner. A gun that shoots steaks with eat shit burned to the side of them.
Okay, because this literally doesn't matter with my outcome. Oh my god, the gun that shoots steaks and eats shit right on the side of them.
Which one do you think is which, by the way?
I don't know and I don't care. I want a gun that shoots steaks that says eat shit on the side of them.
It's gonna be boldness.
And bold, I believe.
Yeah, it's gonna be bold. You scoop up that sweet-ass gun and go about your day. Obviously, you're not gonna use it to kill any of your classmates. You're a monster, not a monster. But later in biology class, the teacher calls on you without warning. You panic, because who has time to do the reading when you're trying to smooch your classmates? But your panic turns into self-assurance when you hear the teacher's question, what do flies do? Rather than respond with lame-ass spoken words, you respond by firing a wooden stake straight into the chalkboard. Eat shit, explains the teacher. Why, that's exactly right. Congratulations. You meant to shoot the teacher, but hey, whatever works. You keep for boldness. Oh my god. All right, Ziggy.
Alright, I'll pick at the table scraps. I'll go to Vera.
You're going where?
Vera.
Okay. Oh, you're being nice to Taco. That's nice. Watching Vera eat is usually pretty disturbing. Her snakes eat at the same time as she does.
Oh,
But at least it's usually quiet. This time, however, Scott is doing his best to change that.
Go, Lefty. Gobble that mouse. No, watch out for the wiggles coming up from behind. Use that tongue. Go!
Ugh. He does this every week or so whenever my snakes meet a meal. He seems to think snake eating contests are a competitive sport. Also, I don't think he realizes that an actual snake eating contest would probably involve people eating snakes. I tried charging him for tickets to get him to stop, but he actually pays to do this. He keeps track of each snake's statistics on a little index card. He's even given them names.
Go Slither, go Bendy, go Sanchez, go Snake Snake.
Those aren't their names. God, no matter how much he pays for the tickets, it isn't enough.
This seems like a really tense situation. You resolve it in the only way you know how, by opening your mouth and yelling.
Boring. This is nothing compared to earthworm eating contests, or snake, 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 eat that food and stay awake. Let's go with the first one.
Damn, I really want to see what the second one does.
Nope.
Who are you trying to go for?
He's not. He's going for a special ending.
There's a more exciting sport than snake eating contests? You gotta tell me about it.
Oh, yeah. Earthworm eating contests are literally crawling with suspense. And even better, they're going on all the time, with thousands of players in each game.
Thousands? Where's the game? Where do I go?
Anywhere there's dirt.
Anywhere? There's dirt in so many places.
So many places that aren't here. Get going! Sports that game, or whatever.
I will, Vera, I will.
I swear, one of these days he's going to decide choking on his food is a sport and die.
While you hope Scott doesn't actually die, the main thing on your mind right now is how Vera's smiling at you. Nice. Hi, Potato.
I don't have enough money. Just go for Polly. Just go for Polly.
Yeah,
So, Potato, why are you behind on money so much?
he's always.
Why is your fund so high, and money not one more?
If you're implying something, you should stop. Seriously, just no. Listen, Potato, you can totally sit with us. I just hope you didn't bring a gun to a bazooka fight.
Yeah, we're showing off our best flask. Oh, this is an amazing one. Well, not the best flask exactly, but the best content.
Good God. Are literally actual flasks of alcohol openly allowed in this school cafeteria? Are there no rules? Apparently not, because Polly starts setting a series of flasks down on the table.
Okay, so this is beer. This is my WC wine, whiskey, ethyl alcohol, the soul of an infant.
Ah, weak. This is radioactive absinthe. This is fire, and this is literally poor life choices.
Okay, but this one has another smaller flask inside. It is the ultimate flask.
They could probably go on like this for goddamn ever. Maybe you can cut in with the craziest thing of all. But think carefully about whom you want to impress with your flask contents.
Get ready for the most hardcore badass thing. This flask contains an ancient genie that grants you 3 wishes, but I'm totally drinking it because I don't give a fuck. I grant my own damn wishes. Want to get a dope party started? This flask has ultra whiskey, which you can only get when you get 2 bottles of the best, purest whiskeys and make them mate.
What is it about getting inanimate objects to have sex in this run of the game?
I think it's the second one, obviously.
Yeah. It's the third time we've had to do this.
Heck yeah, let's rage! I've always wanted to make the ultra whiskey, but I could not get my whiskey bottles to fuck. I tried everything. Mood lighting, sultry music, chainsaws, all that cliche romantic stuff.
Like the
But it
chainsaws.
seems nigh impossible to get them to make sweet whiskey love. I almost started to think that inanimate objects can't have sex, but I've had tons of sex with inanimate objects, so that was just silly. If you can make whiskey and whiskey turn into ultra whiskey, that should definitely apply to the principle all over the damn place. 2 cars can make a limousine. In order to iPhones become the iPhone XXX, the most advanced update possible, duh. A microwave and a Russian novel could get into a pair of designer shoes. Can't wait to create a doper stuff that the world couldn't even handle, probably.
Well, the world probably doesn't need to worry about handling it, because there's no way you can pull that insanity off.
Polly can.
We've already made 2 cars stuck to make a better car.
It's true.
Yeah.
But
Wait, what?
that was an earlier
Don't
thing.
worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But wait for plans with Polly. Let's trade places. Everybody chooses an animal. Say your choice out loud for the rest of the players before clicking.
Japanese honey bee.
It's a tapir.
Ziggy.
I hate you.
I'm stuck. So many animals are good.
Well, you have to pick one, and don't forget, audience. This,
I would pick the last remaining Bakir pigeon, but that is already dead. And I guess I'll go with. Fuck, I have to go with moth then. Cecropia moth. Specifically the Cecropia moth.
okay, so we have the Cecropia moth. Taco, what was yours?
Japanese honeybee.
Japanese honeybee. Ziggy, what was yours?
The tapir.
What is that?
Tapir.
You know what?
Tapir.
Yeah.
I don't know what that
The
is.
thing that Drowsy is based off
What Drowsy was based off of.
Yeah, it looks like a mix between a pig and an elephant.
I'm
Oh,
glad that we both immediately went to that.
It's a little fat, it's got short little
I
legs.
mean,
and-
my first thought was
so it's an obese anteater.
Pokemon.
No.
Pokemon.
Okay, and Ziggy. Player owners decide based on how stupid it would be for a superhero to use the selected animal as their symbol, being something like Selected Animal Man.
Ziggy Man
the
sounds
problem
funny.
is,
Audience, we need your help. What is the worst superhero symbol? The Ziggy Man?
tapir would work because tapirs are in mythology actually have a thing.
Tapir Man?
Wouldn't be stupid.
tapirs invade dreams.
Okay, so that's Japanese
Drowsy.
honeybee man.
Tapirs invade
And-
dreams. They're bringers of good dreams. They're one of the few non-crazy creepy shit.
Japanese honeybee or man or and what was yours again, Shine Mothra?
Oh, mine was the Cecropia moth.
Cecropia moth. Okay, that's a super villain in a TV show I'm currently watching.
No, the Cecropia moth is not the villain in that show. The Cecropia moth is way
Papillon.
prettier and bigger
Papillon
and
is
like
the villain in
orange and
Rat
gray.
book.
Yeah, but he's not the Cecropia moth.
I know.
Nah. I mean, isn't that just
So-
Arthur from the Tick?
It's true. He's a dust bunny. Come on, viewers, help us pick.
I still go with tapir, man.
Well, again, it's the worst, the stupidest symbol. It doesn't actually. It's not supposed to be something that can actually be making sense.
Exactly. Can you imagine
Yeah,
a person dressed up like a tapir?
Yeah, tapir.
Yes.
Because I want to
Hey,
see a
haven't been
Drowsy
to
Man.
any fursuit conventions. Yes. The answer to all of this is yes.
That's a disturbing answer. I choose to ignore it.
That's best for
Ziggy
your
Man.
sanity.
My vote is for Ziggy Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually haven't seen a Ziggy Man. I have seen a tapir and moth. I have not seen Ziggy.
It's far too hideous. You get arrested the instant you step out on the street.
Okay, so
Since.
I guess I win with Ziggy Man then.
Yep.
Second place now goes to bee, moth, or tapir
Tapir.
for the worst, the stupidest symbol.
Tapir.
Sure. Tapir.
Okay, multiple agreements going to Ziggy. And now, moth or bee?
Bees can be cooler.
Well, the Japanese honeybee specifically, because
Tell me they don't have a stinger.
they don't.
Aren't
What
those
they
the
do
ones-
is, those are the ones that actually swarm Japanese hornets and
Yeah.
intentionally
And they
beat their
heat
wings
death
to heat.
them.
Yeah, they like microwave the hornet to death.
It's super
It's true.
fucking cool.
It is.
To be fair though, my insect also does not have mouth parts. It lives only to fuck.
I mean, that's an
Ooh.
interesting superhero.
That is an interesting superhero.
And obviously not one, not a role model for kids, but still.
Nah.
What a role model for this
the
game.
The honeybee actually would be cool.
Yeah, I think the honeybee would actually be cool, unfortunately. So. Go with
All right.
moth.
All right, we have reached a consensus.
Yep.
Final bits, everyone. Okay, so I literally just need to not screw up. And I should have Liam. Let's see. What is everybody's stats? Let's see.
How much money do you have?
0.
How?
Because I bought
You
because
go down to 0.
I bought a
I
book.
bought stuff.
By the way, I've had a game where I went down to negative 20 smarts.
That's impressive.
That must mean. All right, let's see. Ziggy, what do you need? Because I don't actually want to block anybody this turn. What are you going to be going for?
If I say, will you do it?
No, I'm going to try to avoid what you guys are doing because I don't need anything. I just need to not fail my challenge.
I'm going for charm. So
Okay.
I'm going to the gym.
Okay. Shy Mothra, what are you going for?
I guess I'll do boldness
Okay, so
or creativity. I'm cool either.
I
okay.
kind of need boldness.
Yeah, you need. Okay, Taco needs boldness to succeed, but he will succeed if he gets boldness.
I will take creativity then.
Okay, so creativity. So I guess I will do smarts then. No one needed smarts, right?
Nope, nobody needs smarts.
Okay, I will be nice. That day, you are astonished by some new stuff you learn in class. You thought high school was all about doing stupid shit with your friends and trying to find true love. Who would have thought that class could actually be useful? What a nice surprise. You gained 1 valuable lesson. Good luck trying to use that within this game, and 2 smarts. In art class, you're having a hard time looking at the unspeakable eldritch relic you're supposed to be painting. Wait, am I crossing over with Ziggy? When Liam and Miranda thankfully provide you with a distraction.
What are you talking about, Miranda? That relic clearly represents the futility of man's quest for cleaning in a world of consumer goods.
But how do you know that, Liam? To me, it looks like a gruesome, horrific offering to a pitiless god, like Uncle Anathema used to make.
Wow.
Why, it's easy, Miranda. When I want to discern the true meaning of a piece of art, I simply,
Make it up? Look at the bottom and read the clearly printed label that explains the true meaning of the art. Oh, shit.
Oh man.
wow.
Wow,
Creativity, I think, and smarts maybe?
Maybe.
but I'm, if what, because,
You probably have enough creativity to make it up.
yeah, but I don't know if that could also be boldness, that could also be charm.
I don't think it's charm, but it could also be boldness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could be bold. I mean, you have.
I mean, I don't think I can get my stats lowered enough for Liam not to go to prom with me. But I do need to succeed. Make it up, I guess. Fingers crossed.
It was fun? How was it fun? That's weird.
Ziggy, you're up.
I don't make anything up, you buffoon. My opinions on art are objectively correct.
Yes, I agree with Liam. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about after all. Perhaps you are jealous of Liam's ability to objectively understand art.
I'm used to it. The social isolation I experience is entirely to do with jealousy and nothing at all to do with me being an asshole. Yeah, that's what it is.
Can you teach me to be objectively understand the meaning of art?
No.
Curse you, cruel fate.
Liam and Miranda ignore you after that, and you're forced to return your attention to the malevolent statue. It slowly drives you mad, and you get a C- on your drum. You lose 2 smarts and 1 creativity.
Oof.
Wow.
It's okay. I think I still should have enough smarts and creativity for this. I should. Or I'm 3 weeks in a row not getting a date.
To the gym!
You sure?
Gym, I said, gym.
Okay, you sure?
Yes.
That day, an epic match of dodgeball takes place. Many people fall during the battle. You can't take any more, so you valiantly go straight to the other team's leader and start negotiations for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What an unexpected twist. You gain plus 10 righteousness. But this game is so wrong in so many ways that you would be lucky if you could do anything with that. And plus 2 charm. For a long moment, you, Polly, and Miranda can do nothing but stare at your newly freed dark deity.
Dude, this is awesome. I can't believe that our sweet little kawaii deity is finally out of here. It's out in the universe here with us. Me either. So, like, now what? Yeah, I guess little buddy isn't so little anymore.
The dark deity smiles, the grin of the eternally damned. The paint begins to melt off the walls of the hallway. Windows shatter, sending shards of glass flying dangerously through the air. The ground rumbles and shakes with the force of a magnitude 12 earthquake, which is actually farther than the Richter scale goes. Richter scale, damn.
For sure it doesn't, but
It goes to... Yikes! Who knew that unleashing a dark deity from a totem would have consequences? This could definitely spiral out of control. Better do something. And fast.
Let's see. Fight the dark deity or ask the dark deity to monster prom. Obviously the second.
Prom.
Even though your boldness is higher,
Prom. Yeah!
you immediately drop to one knee, pull out a beautiful bouquet of blood-soaked daisies.
Oh my god, what? Squeak.
Oh my,
I can make these noises, but they would blast up my phone.
you make your pitch to the dark deity, citing all the wonderful times you've had together, annoying the coven, making sacrifices, melting faces, and how much it's all meant to you. The dark deity blushes, and cracks creep across the glass of the windows. That's
Let Loki do this. Let Loki.
Loki do it.
Yeah.
What am I saying? The narrator's thing?
The thing in
Yeah,
quotes.
the quotes,
You're now the totem.
You're now the dark deity.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me in several millennia of existence. Do you really feel that way about me?
The dark deity flutters its eyelashes, and birds drop dead from the sky.
Oh my god, go ahead.
You assure Zagor, ruler of the Dark Realm, that yes, your feelings are on the level.
This is amazing.
It's been a while since anyone. I need to protect my fragile heart.
Aww.
Let me think about it. Okay.
Totally okay. Wait, are you? Are you going to Monster Prom with your dark deity?
Hell yeah.
What? Could be. You may have gained a prom date, but you definitely gained 2 boldness and 1 charm.
Alright, take me to the auditorium.
That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel that you're not quite as good as the role requires you to be. There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there. But there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil, one of many, and make a deal with it to enhance your creativity. Just a bit. You gain 2 creativity. You also lose 3 years of your life as you're under the deal. But who cares? They weren't happening in-game anyway. You see Miranda hovering in the hallway, whistling to herself, and checking out her reflection in her own scales.
Why, hello there, Aubrey. How funny and random to see you here, entirely by coincidence near your locker. Seeing as how we've been getting along so well lately, I have decided to afford you the honor and privilege of taking me to the seahorse races. You can pick me up after school today and bring me an assortment of flowers and chocolates as a gift. You're welcome.
Oh man, a chance to buy shit for Miranda and take her to an outing that you have no interest in? Sounds amazing! Let's rock! You go to the horse races and look for Miranda. She's wearing a beautiful and intricate horse race hat. Unfortunately, a sudden gust of wind blows the hat away. You could swear that you could hear the wind whispering, "Not enough budget!" But it surely must have been your imagination.
No, my hat! Hey, Aubrey, I'm here. Hi, look at this. Daddy always gives me money when I go to the seahorse races. It isn't much, of course, only 3 million money, but it should still to make things more fun to bet. Of course, nothing would sour this lovely day faster than picking a losing horse, so I'll be putting this daunting choice entirely on you. How should we choose the winning seahorse so that this day goes down in memory as a pleasurable experience, rather than simply sighing that we should never speak again?
Yikes! No pressure then. But no worries. You know the perfect method for choosing winning race seahorses.
The only way to tell me a winning seahorse is by taste. Why watch people ride seahorses when you could be riding me? No, literally. So get me a saddle and let's enter the race. Okay, fucking... Ugh.
Okay, I know what the first one is.
Boldness?
The first one's definitely boldness. I have no idea what the second one is.
The second one I feel is fun.
Or charm, or creativity.
Well, if it's creativity, oh, fuck.
Could be, I don't know. And you probably have enough boldness, but...
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the bold one. By taste.
Whoa!
Creative, okay, even better.
Alright. By taste? Yes, of course. Denny's always said I had an excellent taste in things, and I pay my servants to agree. So, why should I have anything less than great taste in tasting horses? Let's go.
You will Amanda sneak down to the stables where the race seahorses are kept and proceed to lick every single last one of them.
Oh, most excellent Romanian sapphire tastes a little like strawberries and cream and sunshine. Yuck. Grand Slam Pre 4000 tastes like dirt. Definitely not the winner. My goodness. Little Perfect Pixie Sunburst Jumbotron tastes like rotten fish. A true delicacy in my kingdom. This would be the winning seahorse. I'm certain of it.
You will Amanda put all of your combined 3,000,001 money down and hurry back to your seats. The race is beyond exciting, nearly too close to call. Bubbles everywhere, waves crashing, more jockeys jockeying for position. Until finally...
Yes! Little Perfect Pixie Sunburst Jumbotron has won the race, huzzah! Truly, Aubrey, you have spectacular taste in women and seahorses as well, it would seem. I eagerly await for the gifts with your winnings from today's event. I will describe this date as certainly pleasant and absolutely consider you as a viable suitor. You might kiss my hand.
Wow. For Miranda, that's like third base. Yes! You gained 2 money from that bet, and 1 charm from that hand kiss. Figurative third base. I think you want bathroom. You are adorable, by the way.
I know.
That day, you skip class, intending to spend the term in the bathroom. But you encounter 3 wild hyenas on the way there. Who the fuck runs security here? Anyway, you subdue them with the help of a hair comb. God bless the monster scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepared you for. By the time you get to the bathrooms, you've totally gained 2 boldness. Oh, excuse me. Mothra.
Oh my god, did you hear? They finally invented a tattoo gun that works on ghosts. I'm totally gonna go get one as soon as school lets out. Oh shit, we should definitely get matching tattoos. You wanna?
Of course you do. What are you, responsible? The important question is, what kind of tattoo do you want to get?
The entire text is the Necronomicon. You'll be the first half. I'll be the second half. Knuckled hats. You get par T-par, and I'll get Etar. But put our knuckles together, and you know what that spells? I think that second one is the fun one.
Okay, you want to go to the second one then?
Yeah.
I don't think that's what that spells.
I do not think that is what that spells.
Oh, Polly, if you had a brain.
Sex!
Polly.
You look blankly at Polly.
What? That's what it spells, right? I mean, I could be wrong, but whenever I see a group of letters, I always assume that it's either sex or LSD. And
She
knuckle
has
tattoos
6
is
letters,
obviously
babe.
longer than 3 letters. So sex it is!
You start to explain that sex is the same length as LSD, but Polly presses a finger to your lips.
Shit, my little dumplet. If you don't play your cards right, I'll just show you how long sex can really be.
Whoa.
She does show you. It turns out it can be as long as you want if you just keep adding X to the end. You gain 2 fun and 1 creativity. Your fun is through the roof.
Wow.
Polly.
Polly.
Oh, Polly.
The Monster Prom is here. Fuck, who was I going for? Liam. I was going for Liam.
You're going for Scott, don't you remember?
No, I wasn't.
To be fair, you probably could go for Scott.
Ziggy.
None of them.
Going alone.
Oh, not alone.
Shy Mothra. I think we might have all gotten it this week.
I'm 3 for 3 if I do.
Polly. Didn't get the special, but whatever.
It's okay, you
I
got
think I
it.
should get a special with Polly last week. That was
Yep.
actually, like, really sweet.
You finally pluck up the courage and ask your beloved to go to the Monster Prom with you. Prom? Oh,
Prom. It's not that I love the concept of prom, but we need to be there if only to remind everyone how cool it is. It's almost a duty.
Finally.
Yeah. You finally
Actually, no,
got the
that's
most
great.
unlikable character to like you.
hooray! I love likable.
No, actually, the problem is it's graveless. That's why it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Izzy is still lacking a date.
Yes.
So we should do it, huh?
Congratulations, Graveless. Happy birthday. I got Liam to do you on your birthday, according to that sentence.
Yay.
I'm adorable.
Oh my god, so cute.
You and Liam spent the night discussing obscure 70s TV shows and Hungarian literature.
By the way, Weeaboo Liam.
Aw, you look so
Weeaboo
cute.
Liam, the secret ending for that, is so adorable.
I want that ending really bad.
If it was 80s TV shows and 90s literature, I would have been very happy with that. You both laughed a lot, and for once, Liam seemed to genuinely enjoy himself without the need for posing or judging other people. You noticed his hand gently touching yours, and you know Liam well enough to know it wasn't accidental. Maybe falling in love isn't for posers after all.
Samothra,
Yep.
Liam calls you sensei throughout the entire run.
Oh my god.
Nice. You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the Monster Prom with you.
Are you asking me to go with you to the prom? It is exactly as the ancient prophecy foretold. You see, 2 centuries ago, a seer predicted that one day the mere king would be shaken by a violent monster who would ask a mere princess to prom, and they would engage in a very nice evening together. It wasn't the most useful or relevant of her prophecies, if you think about it. But I don't care. You're the date fate had prepared for me for centuries. So let fate lead us into a magical night.
Prom night was fantastic. You had a lot of fun, but that wasn't enough for Miranda, who wanted it to be the best night ever. So she acquired all the fun from some of your classmates and used it to increase yours. You thought fun didn't work that way, but it turns out it does. You both remember that night forever. You finally pluck up the courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you.
Prom? Yes! It'll be a night to remember, boo. Well, it would be a night to remember if I wasn't going to get so drunk and high that I most likely won't remember shit for the day after. But that's why God invented selfies.
Prom was wild!
Wow.
That is.
No.
The zombie girl is adorable.
Wait a minute, is that it?
No, the zombie girl's adorable. That's just not what I expected Polly's prom dress to look like.
Hey, I can pull off 80s if I want to.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait,
Paula
but-
wanted to come to prom with me, but I got the secret ending, so we didn't see her dress.
Oh, by the way, we just got the achievement for polyamorous because we've gotten all the base endings for all the characters. We got all the base endings for all the characters. Because we just got Polly and we just got Liam. So cool.
That is what I was aiming for at the start. It just so happened that there was a special that was available, but
We didn't get there. Prom was wild! But still, not wild enough for the likes of you. So close to dawn, you decided to keep partying by improvising a dope after party at an abandoned manor house. You partied with a group of classmates for days. Over time, people came and left. Some even died from too much partying. At one point, one of the deities of partying hard appeared, summoned by the death of your peers, which turned out to be a sacrifice to him. He declared you as heralds and bestowed upon you supernatural rad party powers like endless confetti, whatever that means. Then he joined you, and you kept partying for another entire week, because that's how you roll. Ziggy, you asked nobody to prom, because your heart now belongs to an ancient dark deity.
Hell yeah.
Last time Zagort told you it was thinking about your proposal. You decided to go to prom and wait for it to appear. You believe from the bottom of your heart that your feelings are mutual after everything you lived through together. And you were right!
she's adorable.
She is adorable.
And achievement unlocked! Love from the depths.
Beautiful.
Wait, is that wait, there's a skeleton hand wrapped around it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's just a rib cage.
No, if you look, there's the other arm part on the right side.
Huh. Yep.
You have the cutest and mightest date together. You even hold hands, or whatever Zagord has for hands anyway. In a moment of vulnerability, Zagord, ruler of the dark dimension, shared its deepest thoughts with you. Loki.
And hold on. You know, I've been told for millennia that I was meant to be a dark deity whose only purpose was bringing this reality to its undoing. But I've realized I don't need to be who I've been told to be. I've had more fun these days with you than in the many millennia plotting this realm's demise. I think being a dark deity is not in my true nature. No, I might really be a high school girl!
The dark deity shapeshifts into a purple tentacled girl.
Say goodbye to Zorga, ruler of the Dark Realms. From now on, you can call me Zoe.
Do we see another ending? Shiro, most likely to die in a fire, and be awesome while doing it. Liam quote, I'm over 400. This was long due. We got one secret ending, 28 new events, 32 new outcomes. 5 out of 22 total endings, 121 of 390 events, and 128 of 1,392 outcomes.
Right.
Oh, she's the typical girl at the end picture. Okay.
Yes, she is. Yep.
So
That's what she becomes.
Nice.
I'm surprised there was just a picture of that. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our
Can
lives.
you actually date the Witch Coven?
Maybe.
Either is an ending,
Probably.
yeah.
After Monster Prom, we
yes,
kept
you
on.
date the Witch Coven, though mostly the leader. So you're dating the entire coven.
After Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we were and who we could be. And you know what? As it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Damien became a renowned drag racer until he died in the most badass way during a race. At the funeral, you spotted him hidden among the crowd. He winked at you. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs Instagram filters.
Yep.
Miranda used her vast surf knowledge to get a job at handpicking the best surfs for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her surfs to do the work. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life. And then it was gone. Just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were lots of battles left in that war-cold youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid. And we were ready to start.
Woo!
Yay.
I will admit,
Woo.
I ended up playing while you guys were still doing this, and I ended up being Val, and oh my god, Val's amazing.
Oh my gosh, Moonwell's on the left!
Yeah, you didn't see that before?
I did not notice that before.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy on the right.
These are all, I think, the people's, chosen sonas.
Yep.
We still haven't seen the knife conversation between Miranda and
Oh, you
Damien.
haven't seen the knife conversation? It's, my favorite.
Scrabble. Food picks.
Good, thanks.
Yep, food pics.
Player character band.
Still great.
So wait, what happens if we actually turn on voice actors?
You get
Um,
not much. You get like small tidbits of their voice every time you run into them, but nothing else.
yeah.
Isn't I heard the guy that does the voice for the werewolf is
It's Egoraptor, yeah.
yeah, it's Egoraptor. I was
Yep.
trying to think of his handle.
Oh.
It's Aaron from Game
Yeah,
Grumps.
Aaron
Yeah.
Hansen, yeah. That is correct.
All right, well, that was Monster Prom week 3, or I'm sorry, this is week 4, technically.
I got to date a dark,
Good job.
I finally got a date.
Of
No,
all
you
the times I
didn't.
played this
Graveless got
game,
a date. Not
Sure.
you.
3 for 3 on
Getting drunk till the light of dawn.
Woo!
Oh, look, the shop now has a new drink, maybe?
Neat.
Oh, is that Angel Blood?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
meat.
Unlocked. Nostalgic much? It's a floppy disk. What does it say?
GPPTTO.exe.
Calculaster.
Unlocked. Do you want to join a very exclusive
I need to do that ring.
You go to the shop.
I need to do that ring one.
Well, eventually we will.
Well, I haven't eaten dinner, and I didn't realize I would be up so late, so...
I haven't eaten breakfast, so I should
That's
do that
not
too.
good.
Goodbye.
Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Again, I'm Izzy Craze 365. Say goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for hosting.
Say goodbye with your name.
You lagged.
Oh.
You did lag hard.
Try it one more time.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody, thanks for watching, and tune in 2 weeks when we're going to be doing something new. I'm Izzy Craze 365.
Again.
Blah 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 blah.
Bye, everybody. I'm Loki Bubbles.
I'm Taco.
I'm Shy Mothra.
I'm Shirato Oshiro.
Ziggy567.
Is that everybody?
Of course, we have Izzy Craze 365.
And Izzy Craze. Thank you all for coming. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Blah 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 blah
Blah blah blah.
blah blah blah.